idea functionally what I'm doing. It's a good thing we're not, like, popular.
You ain't getting a candy bar, bitch.
Alright, whenever you guys are good.
Check.
Perfect. Welcome to the Camel Cast. That was Matt. He's brand new. He's not new to the Camels, but he's brand new to recording on this podcast.
Yo. Skirt.
Welcome to the Drunk Cast. I'm currently very toasty. I've been drinking a lot of tequila and rum and some bourbon. I'm pretty sure the Freers have not drinking anything, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure even
tired as fuck.
that's basically the same thing, honestly.
I'm drinking a little bit.
What you drinking?
This is what we're doing.
My Jack Daniels and my Johnny Walker drinking.
Nice.
Yeah, he's
Mixing
locked in his room. This isn't even a joke. We're locking him in his room now. He's officially locked in the basement.
Why are you locked in the basement, my friend?
Rona scare.
What? You might
Really?
have it?
Someone I know might have it.
Oh shit.
Get away from me.
It touches
Get the fuck
everyone
away
and
from me, bro.
everything.
So I'm officially locked up. So anyone send me a care package. I love you.
Is that when the intern's locked up?
Yeah, what have you well, no, she got cleared. The intern got cleared.
Oh, okay.
But
right,
have
right.
you locked up your father as well, you guys?
Yeah, he's going back to work
Oh, snap.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess it's been like 2-3 weeks. Honestly, we could probably.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with Brandon actually, where I was like, we realistically we can record because if people would be showing symptoms, they would be showing symptoms, so we could meet up. But
What if we are not showing symptoms though? Because you could be asymptomatic.
But it's 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
But that could be 2 weeks of you not showing symptoms and then giving it to someone.
Right, but that fear is ever present. You know that never goes away.
All right, listen here. Flatten the curve. We're in this together. Stay home.
Nah. All right. So let's try to get back to the structure of the podcast. We kind of rambled for a bit in the morning there. Morning? Whatever. Fuck it. I'm drunk. I'm very drunk.
Brenda said he'll be like 10-15 minutes. He's got to eat.
All right. We won't get to news then. We'll just get to. I feel
Dude,
like
I don't even got news, my dude. I don't have time for that shit.
I have news.
What are you talking about, Rich? You're the deli king now.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's not gaming news.
Richie's a deli guy. You
Hey.
need some
Yo, if
slice.
you want some
Go to this
prosciutto,
I'm a deli guy
you go to
now.
Richard, I ask you, why do people watch podcasts? Is it for the news? No, because there's a billion people.
Then
also
why
getting
are we
the news.
doing it?
People do it because of the people, and people want to know that
We're lovable.
Richie, the furry wolfman, is a delicatessen,
Whoa.
and he will.
The anti-furry wolf.
No,
man.
fuck you.
No,
I
fuck
asked
furry.
you how you wanted your character, and I was like, you could
I
be
mean,
not a
because the
furry, and then you were like, fur me up, bro.
That's the joke. It's the joke. And you wanted it.
I didn't
Why would I
want
take
it.
that from you?
I didn't want it.
Why would I take that from you? He says.
I don't mind if you're just like a barbarian wearing furs,
But
or if
it's
you're an
also
actual furry.
funnier. But it's funnier if it's the big giant wolf.
He's just in denial, everybody. He really needs your support.
So you
Please,
like-
all furries,
So
come
Richie,
out and support Rich.
Richie sees big burly wolf men with like a musky scent, and he laughs. That's what he just said right now. Right?
I mean, you mean Wolfman Techno Barbarian? I mean, yeah, that's kind of cool.
There you go. You could be a regular man, though.
But doesn't that, like, all right, so the joke is I hate furries so much, but I like wolves. And that's the whole joke about making me the furry guy.
Okay, for a second, forget news for a second. I really want you to talk about your theory of having wolves as pets.
No, this will very much not go in a podcast.
No.
I could be a lost episode. I don't give a shit.
No.
I don't want to be a part of this.
Listen,
All right.
I need more than 2 hours to explain my views on furries.
I didn't say on furries. I said about being the alpha in a wolf pack. Because I've had that conversation with you.
About what?
Where you're okay with having wolves as a pet because you would be the alpha of the pack.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you just gotta punch him in the face.
Yeah, that's it. There's no other risk, right?
What do you mean no other risk? I mean every day is a risk.
Okay. At least you recognize that. That was the joke.
Listen, all right. Maybe you don't gotta punch him in the face. That's a joke. But I do implore you. There was a man. He has no formal scientific training, but his name is Shaun Ellis, and he did it. He
Who's
did
Shaun
it.
Ellis? I actually don't know about this.
He is he's a Brandon knows him because I've shown him the videos. He's a bit of a whack job, but also kind of brilliant. He's like a like I said, no formal scientific training, but more or less he's a wolf biologist, or with without college.
So like a freelance wolf.
Yeah, kind of. And he's like, he does a lot of work like with wolves and stuff. But then he got like a couple pups, and because I think their mother got killed or they got something happened, and he's like, what if I raised them and I was a wolf? And then he literally like became a wolf, and he like used that to try to like learn their family structure and their body language. It's very interesting. I will send you the video. It is quite surreal.
You're talking like he gets on all fours and lives with them.
I mean, like, dude, literally, like, will drag a deer carcass in and start munching it, and like, he'll growl at the wolves and like bite them and shit.
Wow.
Like,
Wasn't that guy on like freaking? I swear he was on
Ripley's
something.
Believe It or Not?
I want to say it was like a freaking Stan Lee documentary with real life superpowers.
He
I've seen that show. That show's neat.
where
I
is
can't
it?
remember what it was called.
I think it was real life superheroes or something like that.
Fair enough.
Something like that. I could
Did
be
you
wrong.
just send me it?
Yeah, dude.
He got this on point.
Oh boy.
You
A
just gotta
Man Among
listen.
Wolves is the title of the YouTube video. Oh, it has the Discovery Square in the corner.
That's National Geographic.
Oh, well, whatever.
Fuck
What
it.
happened to those stations? I don't
They
wanna
became premium channels.
Right, but I mean, it's like I remember watching like History Channel as a kid, watching like fucking shit like Mail Call and whatnot, and like.
See, I remember when Discovery Channel was like documentaries and not like we're gonna build a fish tank.
That's Animal Planet.
Oh,
that doesn't
sorry.
seem that bad. Building a
don't know.
fish tank is still kind of on point. What I'm talking about
I'm
is like
still-
things like Ancient Aliens, which if you like Ancient Aliens, sure,
I
fine,
mean, that's
whatever.
history, though.
It is not. Ancient Aliens is not history.
It's on History Channel.
That doesn't mean it's history. You think if
You
we
could
got
argue-
on like
you could argue with some people, they will tell you otherwise.
I know, and that hurts my soul, all right? When people talking about fucking the ancient Egyptians only getting there because of fucking Sumerian dark fucking alien knowledge, like fuck. I don't want to discuss that shit. Is it
Don't you wanna know
ridiculous?
about some
Sure.
alien Lord?
Well, here's the thing. So I'm a sci-fi nerd. I straight up have mentioned multiple times that I just want to be a robot, and I recognize that that's not a normal thing that people should want. But like, so there could be aliens. I think that there are for sure aliens. The universe is too big to not have aliens. But just to say that that's our entire society, I don't know. I've only been alive for 30 years, and within that 30 years, I've seen so much cultural and technological change that it would blow my mind to assume that back in the day, we couldn't achieve that via not aliens, you know? What the fuck are we talking about on this podcast, right?
We're talking about like Wolfmen, and now we're talking about aliens.
What
Well,
if
this is
aliens
the-
were just wolves?
This is the
The flying saucer
Just-
comes down and just
It
fucking
just throws you a
wolves.
fucking loop, dude.
You know, it's not off from most theories that they have about aliens. They're saying they wouldn't be little green men. They would look like some either apes or animals of some sort that we have here on Earth.
So here's my
Because
entire
all
thing.
life,
Here's my
all
entire
life
thing.
stays within a similar appearance.
See, I disagree with that, and this is why.
I could disagree with that as well.
Look at our
It's a
own
theory.
fucking planet and look at the starfish. That is something that lives not too terribly far from us, and it's a thing where it's like if you cut off its limb, it turns into another one of it. Like that's reproduction. It eats by leaving its stomach on things and then growing a new stomach and just kind of like slurping up the nutrients. Like that is so alien of a condition compared to humans. And it's right there. It's literally a stone's toss away. Go to any fucking freshwater source and you could find a starfish.
But that's the thing. It's like it seems like an alien concept, but it's not. It's an Earth. It's an alien concept to us as primates.
But imagine for a moment that there were aliens out in the universe and they were like off of the starfish. Like they would come down and they would start cutting our limbs off and we'd be horrified, but they were like, "What you talking about? We're helping you grow. You're going to be that limb is going to become a new alien, right?" That's how you guys work, right?
I have a very off the topic question.
Oh yeah, because we've been super on topic so far. Go ahead.
It's because I'm doing it, and this is very strange to me. Is there a real like biblical demon called Mephistopheles?
I think there is.
Okay, because like I was trying to type that out for my character sheet, and Google autocorrected me to it, and that was trippy. That was trippy as fuck, because it has it.
Yeah, Mephistopheles is a concept. I don't know much about it. There's so much crazy shit in religion, dude, if you look into it.
If you look in any religion, there's a lot of shit. There's more shit in Christianity, anything than we freaking know of, just off the top of our heads.
Yo, do you eat figs? Guess what? You're going to hell.
God hates figs.
It's in the Bible. Jesus was really pissed out.
So on a little bit of gaming news, has any of you guys
Hold on. Before we do gaming news, we haven't.
Can't wait for Brando, man.
I just want to ask you guys one gaming question.
Okay, you know what? I'll allow one gaming question.
He allows it.
Have you guys looked at the new Magic the Gathering cards?
A little bit.
It's fucking nuts.
Rob.
It's fucking crazy. Not rules wise, just.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, welcome.
It's the Corona cast.
You missed us talking about fucking ancient aliens and shit.
Ancient aliens.
And I'm recording all of it.
Also,
Nice.
I brought up. You remember that video I showed you about the crazy dude with the wolves? Yeah, Anthony's never seen that, so
I'm gonna see that after all this.
Crazy dude with the wolves. What are you talking
Yeah,
remember
Richie.
I showed you the video. He would like eat with them and like he growl at them, bite them. I showed you the video.
That like vaguely rings a bell. But I've written it out of my mind.
I
Clearly.
should try to mention that I am
Extent.
on push to.
Are we
Does
like in the middle of the fucking Corona cast? What's going on?
No, not really.
Oh,
So some
okay.
of the things you might
Basically.
hear, they can't hear.
It could be.
It's just me and you.
Well, clearly this is being recorded, so maybe we are, and we just don't know it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, speaking of, it's the Corona cost, whatever. I'm drunk.
Cough.
You don't know that. Now
That's
you
his
know.
name.
Microphone.
He's quarantined.
Yeah,
We have an active Corona quarantine going on.
yeah, we do.
Nice.
He doesn't have confirmed.
I'll
corona.
refrain from asking too many questions whilst we're being recorded.
No, you ask all the homophobic,
Nope.
racist questions that you want.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I was gonna do. You
I
got
know
me.
you do. That's what you're all about.
I'm gonna send you a
100%.
picture of
Wow,
the
it is.
video.
That's me, racist Brandon.
All right, so let's get kind of official now. We're all here.
No.
We have.
Dude,
to talk.
I've told this. Like I got like nothing, dude, for this.
That's fine.
Got nothing.
All I got is
I
like,
have
my-
some stuff.
Yeah, all I got are like my hot takes on Bannerlord.
Okay, good.
Nice.
That'll
What
work.
hot takes, dude.
All right. So let's really quickly do the recap. We haven't recorded for a while. I've been putting up a lot of like standby videos. I mean, people straight up don't know who you are as a person, Matt, so I don't know how you're gonna fucking do that. Have you watched our
Whatever.
videos?
I'm the biggest fan. I've watched all.
He's our number one fan.
All right, so you know how we do like a weekly recap. So I'll
Yeah.
start.
There you go.
I am Anthony. I don't feel like with our new intro I need to introduce myself, but just to be safe. So for the past while, I mean, when the urge has struck me, I have done those kind of like placeholder videos. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do for this weekend, cause I want an upload like each weekend, but I shot up the little bit of footage that I had. I made a video out of that. I've already done like 2 videos of just kind of like updating the news. So I don't know. I'll figure something out. I'll get something up for this week, and then next week likely I'll put all this up. But as for what I've been doing besides thinking about that type of stuff, not working on the intro, which I really should have. I could have for sure gotten the intro done, because all that's left realistically is the timestamps are really bland. It's just red text, black background, and I wanted to kind of turn it into kind of like an option menu of like a video game where there's like video, audio. That way it's not hard to read, because I have to shrink it down in order to fit on one screen. If there's multiple screens, then I could have each of them significantly bigger than just one. And so I've been playing around with that, but I haven't actually worked on it. All I've essentially done
Because you've been too busy playing Tarkov.
Exactly. If I haven't been quitting my job, which I have, I've been playing Tarkov. And okay. So during Tarkov, there's not much I need to say about it. Is we've been going pretty much all together except for Robbie. You're the only one I don't think that has the game.
I don't have the game.
Nerd.
Are you interested in first-person shooters or not really?
I play first-person shooters. I'm not great at them. I was also.
I am terrible at Tarkov. There's a running meme that I'm the first person to die in every single fight, and that's just because it happens.
Anthony, I'm worse than you, but I hide in the back, which is why you die first.
And then he steals his friend's scopes off
I will, to my dying breath, I still deny that I touched BB scope. It did not happen.
It happens. Don't worry about it.
It did not happen. I did not steal the
rummaging through our corpses.
I mean, I rummaged through your corpses, but I did not steal your scopes.
Where are
they, guys?
As he's
goes into our fucking guns and takes our scopes.
Yeah.
I honestly feel
I
that.
have terrible eyes. I suck at the game.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel that
Okay.
super strong. There's one time we went into Weather Station, which is a, I guess, landmark on the map, shoreline. And we walk into it. I can't remember who. Someone is bleeding and needs medical supplies because we didn't have it off the bat for some reason. I think we might have been playing scavs. I don't know for sure, and it could be confirmed in a second, but fuck it, whatever. This is a story. And I walk into the room, and there's one room in Weather Station where there's a supply bag, and sometimes it has medical supplies, sometimes it doesn't. It's just kind of like a
I think
gym
I
bag.
know the story that you're telling.
And I'm so laser focused at looking at the gym bag
yeah.
and this cup that is on the station there. Literally across from me is a man with a full auto rifle.
Are you talking about the guy that was in the bathroom behind?
Yes.
That killed all 3 of us. See, but this story, you shouldn't be bringing up this story though as an example of you getting murked and being shitty at the game, because we literally all died to that one guy. We ran in single file and he came out fucking shoulder peeking and just
but here's
mowed
the problem.
all 3 of us down.
With single file, there becomes this element of, someone's holding down the trigger and they're killing the first person, the second person, the third person. Third person doesn't have the situational awareness that I did. I walked into the room. He was in full view, but I was so focused on this bag and this cup that I literally deleted him out of my perception until all of a sudden there were flashes and I was dead.
Yeah, I was like 5 feet behind you, and all I saw was like muzzle flash from the bathroom, and then
Yeah.
I watched you die.
Yeah. Like I
And then we all
experienced that.
died.
There was this time I've been recently running a lot of Escape from Tarkov in a silly attempt to try to complete quests by myself. And it's a quest where you have to do something in customs in order to go to factory, which is another map, and then do something there. You have to get documents in order to place documents. But if you die either in customs or in factory, you have to start over again. You don't have the acquisition of the documents that you're supposed to plant.
Yeah, that quest sucks balls.
So I've been running customs over and over and over and over and over again because I keep fucking dying. And there was one time, it was the most intense thing I ever experienced, where and apparently I thought it was a scav, they were so fucking bad, but I guess it was a player, where I'm running across to get to the place where the documents spawn. And there's people shooting at me. I turn left, I see a body, I unload into them and kill them while they're still shooting at me. But they're not alone, so there's other people shooting at me. It's a terrible time. You could go across this bridge, which is just asking to be sniped, or you can go across these side paths to either side of the bridge, which are lower. You have a little bit better chance, not a great chance, but a better chance of going over. So I kill this one guy. I jump over like the divider. I start running across because I've been doing all this solo, which is I've stopped playing it just because of I've just done nothing but died. And I run across this. I get shot in the leg. I'm all fucked up. And I'm hiding in the bushes, and then I hear bushes. And I'm not moving anymore. So I know someone is like right next to me. And then just from the fucking bushes appears a face, blacks one of my arms. I fucking unload, kill his ass. So I've killed 2 players at this point, but then there's still people on the bridge, and then just a bullet finds its way into my brain. And
Rest in peace.
Nice.
look, do you have a weight problem? Do you have a heart problem? Don't play Escape from Tarkov.
No, it'll fuck you up.
Because I play that game, and there are some times where I just feel my chest tighten and my heart start fucking beating.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Because
I'm glad I
it's no
haven't felt
joke.
that yet.
You go in.
Bro,
I
that
lost
fucking,
I lost 5 pounds in the first week playing.
That's true. That's a true story.
That's true, man. I'm not
His
joking.
weight losser's guide right there is Tarkov.
Yeah. Play
Dude,
Tarkov.
if you have like a legit bad heart and you play Escape for, you're gonna die. You're
If
gonna
you have a
die.
legit bad heart, you're gonna die. If you don't, it might give you a legit bad heart. You may develop a heart condition from playing with, which I think might be happening to me. I don't know.
Besides playing Escape from Tarkov, I haven't done much. I've been looking for a job.
I'm sorry, not
that's
to
more
cut you
of a,
off.
like a personal thing. So
I don't
it's
want
not important.
to cut you off too hard here, but to just bring it back to Tarkov for one moment,
Yeah,
you
sure.
shouldn't feel too horrible about your fucking performance as of late in Tarkov, because I, over the last week or so, have had Tarkov's a fucking roller coaster of emotions, where I can tell you that I have moments where I'm like, why the fuck am I playing this video game? And then I have moments where I'm like, this game's great. I had a moment like 2 days ago where I almost rage quit hard because every fucking raid, I don't know if anyone that I was playing with noticed, but I got real quiet because I was fucking pissy. Because every raid I went on, I just died instantly to dudes that I couldn't see. I remember there was one I went out on Factory with BB to do a quest. I got out of spawn
Not to
gate.
cut you
Scav
off.
shot me in my head.
Not to
What?
cut you off, but that's legitimate, like, every experience I've had with Tarkov. Every time you have gotten into great fights, and I get to hear you afterwards, which may be a little bit worse, where you're like,
Yeah.
man, that was a great
Yeah.
fight. I had a good time, but, like, me as part of the fire team is I just walk out first, and I'm a piece of shit because I wear a fucking flame
The-
decal face mask because I'm a dumbass.
Yeah, you also don't like helmets.
Dude, helmets are a waste of time and money.
My face has been saved multiple times by a face shield.
Mine has legit been saved once, and there's been like 10 times the examples of the times when I'm wearing armor, and then I get shot once from the darkness, and it gives you that report afterwards, and it's like, top of the head, hit once, you're dead.
Yep.
So I'm not going to spend the money
But
to wear helmets.
The helmet gives you that chance that
It
might
gives
not
me a
happen.
chance that doesn't matter because I get fucking shot anyway. Anyway, so like, yeah, that more than any other game, I don't even tend to lead. We tend to force you to lead, Brandon. As if you know more what's going on than we do.
I mean, he does.
I guess in some instances.
Like, I'll be honest,
not all
instances. There's only one map where I actually know where shit is. Besides that, I'm a lost like fucking little rabbit. Like, I need to be led.
I would say
that's not the game's fault, Richie.
No, but that's why I make Brandon lead. Because I don't fucking know where.
But you can learn the maps, and then
I could.
It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Most of the maps boil down to like there's three paths.
I think the only reason I'm on point like 75% of the time, and there are times where I'm not. Like I know Matt sometimes takes point and shit when we're playing. I know BB does as well. But I think a lot of the reason why I'm up front a lot is because sometimes I ask people for like an opinion as to where we're gonna go, and then I don't get an answer, and I'm just like, fuck it, dude, I'm gonna go this way, and then everybody just follows me. You know?
But okay, so that as
it's not always by choice is what I'm saying.
As an accelerant to the point I'm trying to make is that I don't even lead. Almost every firefight we get into, I die first, and it might be because of the stupid flame mask that I demand to wear every single time. Look, if you play Escape from Tarkov and you see someone in a neoprene mask, I'm going to say that there's a 95% chance that that's me.
You know, I don't think I've ever killed another player that was wearing that shit.
I don't think so either, dude.
So there you go, 95%. And so yeah, that's been my week, honestly. It's been playing Escape from Tarkov to unreasonable hours in the morning, dying all the time. There was this other instance where I was hiding in a shack, and I knew there was a guy right outside, and I knew that he heard me. So I started talking in game. There's a context message. You could like double tap Y and start talking. And he was also a bear. And so we're just talking to each other by just doing these canned sentences. And I don't know it. I'm trying to do a quest, so I don't want to fight PCs at all. I don't even want to fight NPCs. So I'm sending the message, and it's all in Russian because I'm bear. I'm not USEC. And because USEC are Americans for some reason, so they actually speak in English. So I'm trying to say that just like, hey, just go. You're on your own. I'm not going to fuck with you. And these are all kind of like pre-canned messages that you could send. And sure enough, like I walk out after sending this, and he starts talking back to me. So I'm like, okay, this is a player. And I just walk out, and immediately I'm just fucking lit up and die.
Of course, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
And there's so much of that in the game. I try not to kill people as much as I can. And because of that, there's an element of Escape from Tarkov that is extremely demoralizing. Because you like try talking to people, and there was another time I ran it, and like a person came out, and I'm trying to just extract because I have the quest item, and I don't want to fight anyone. I just want to extract this in order to do the quest. And they come out and they shoot like shit because I guess I spooked them. I'm gonna assume I spooked them and not that they're just bad, but there's a possibility that they're just bad. And so they're shooting wildly, and I'm shaking my head. I'm doing like the hand up physical gesture, and I'm trying to like, I'm shooting in the sky, just like there's a million times I could have killed you, and I'm choosing not to even harm you. And then his friend comes out with like a suppressed SMG and just mows me down. And it's like
That guy's watching you do that shit, and the only thing on his mind is like, what's in that dude's pockets? That's all he's thinking.
you're not wrong. There's
Because people are filthy loot goblins.
dude,
and
it pisses me off every time I play as a scav and I get killed, and I don't mind that too much, but then like the results screen comes up and I could see that I was killed by another scav, and it's like, why did you do that, friend? Like,
that's why I don't fuck with them, dude. I don't even give them a fucking chance when I'm player scabbing, because I know
look,
that,
I
like,
have faith in people,
No, that's your
I
mistake.
don't.
and I'm being let
Not
down.
Tarkov, I
Yeah.
don't.
That's why you die first, dude.
Russia is a cold, unforgiving
I
place.
figured it out.
So that was my week. Nothing but disappointment and unemployment. So, who wants to go next? Who's the next week recap?
I'll fucking care. I'll go next. Mine's
Alright.
really short. I've also just been playing Tarkov, and there's really very little reason to talk about it because we just did for like 15 minutes. Other than that, I played. I'm trying to think what else I did besides this. I played Resident
Mario
Evil
3?
3. Yeah.
Oh, how'd that?
How's that?
I haven't finished it yet. I think I'm literally at the tail end of it, and I haven't turned it on for about a week because of Tarkov, as per usual.
Brandon
but
has
it's
this
good.
weird thing where he logs on, he turns on his computer, he has these things that he wants to do, and then someone's like, "Hey, do you want to play X, Y, or Z?" And then
Yeah.
Brandon is like, "Fuck everything I planned for tonight."
The problem is Tarkov is addicting. You
It
know?
sure
Like,
is.
it's like Russian cocaine. So I turn on my computer and I'm like,
But you get mad, you hate it, and you have heart.
it's Russian cocaine that makes me want to fucking kill myself sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like suicide coke. But I fucking turn my computer on. I'm like, I'm gonna play
Now that they're
RE3.
putting
I'm gonna
fentanyl and coke, it's pretty accurate.
yeah. That's Tarkov.
Cocaine
I
with
turn my
fentanyl.
computer on. Yeah, I turn my computer on. I'm like, I'm gonna play some fucking Resident Evil 3. I'm
Don't
gonna
ask
finish.
how I know that.
I fucking get a message that's like, "Hey man, you want to play Tarkov?" And it's either from like BB or Matt or Anthony.
I
and I'm
challenge
like,
that. I don't think I've ever sent you a message.
have you not?
I'm looking it up right
Don't
now.
make me
Continue
go back
talking,
on my
continue
Discord
talking.
messages right
I'll
now.
look it. I'll
But
look
anyway,
at it.
that's usually the people that hit me up first, and then I'm like, okay, RE3's on my brain, but I could be getting loot right now. I could go get some fucking rubles, dude. Think of all those sweet, sweet rubles that are waiting for me on those sweet, sweet maps and all those quests I could be doing. And then I forget, and I don't play Resident Evil 3, and I just play Tarkov instead. But Resident Evil 3 is pretty good. I like it. There's not like a shitload to talk about with it because I don't want to give like a fucking full-fledged opinion when I haven't even finished it yet. I think it's good. I know it's getting like some mixed reviews at the moment, and I think the biggest reason for that is because it's a little more actiony than RE2 Remake is, and they also, like, depending on who you ask, kind of fucked up Nemesis a little bit.
How'd they fuck up Nemesis?
Just like, I don't want to get into like hardcore spoilers or anything, but I think they could have handled him better.
Look,
Like, he's like, I went into the game
I
expecting
gotta
him
say
to
real
be.
quick.
What?
I'm as heterosexual as the day is long. They made Carlos mad.
Oh, Carlos
hot.
is a handsome boy
He's
with some sick
incredible.
fucking with some sweet hair, dude.
I've always liked Carlos. I've always said that I really want the next Resident Evil, and I've said this for Resident Evil 7, and now Resident Evil 8 is on Whispers, and I'm staying for Resident Evil 8. I really want a Resident Evil that is just fucking Billy Cohen and Carlos fucking tearing it up.
You're gonna look like people waiting for the next Tool album by the time that.
Yeah, I'm
you're
for
gonna,
sure
you're gonna be a
dead before
skeleton
it
in a
happens.
chair, dude.
For sure dead. Sorry, continue.
But yeah, the game's cool. Some of the redesigns and shit are fucking fantastic. I know when they first showed off like the first trailer, and they showed Jill off for the first time, I was kind of like mixed on it. But having played the game, I think she looks better in this game than she has in any other game previously. I think it's a fucking fantastic redesign. Carlos too, as we just kind of talked about.
We're all straight and we want to fuck Carlos, so like that's a really good reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
But
would
Jill looks
say, at
fucking
least.
phenomenal. Carlos looks sick. The only issue with the game, I guess, is that it's a little more like action oriented. The level design feels a little more lazy compared to RE2 Remake, in my opinion. Like it feels like it was kind of. It feels like when you're playing it, you can sense how there was less time put into it.
Yeah, I mean,
If that
for
makes any sense.
sure. Because I mean, if you even think about it, what? Bless you. How long was RE2 in development before it came out?
It was a while.
And it hasn't been long since RE2, and RE3 Remake is already fucking out.
Yeah, I mean, they announced RE3 Remake. God, when did they announce it? Less than a year before it came out?
Yeah.
And RE2 Remake came out back in January of 2019, I believe. And even before that, like we knew they were making RE2 Remake for a while before we actually got like our hand. So I don't know. I don't know why they did it the way they did, but it definitely feels like a bit more of a rush job compared to RE2 Remake. It's not a bad game. Like there are aspects of RE3 Remake that I think are really sick. Like I don't know if anybody knows this about the original RE3, but like in OG RE3, it plays a lot like the other old school games like RE2 and shit like that. Except Jill had a dodge mechanic, which was kind of weird at the time. And in that game, I think I could be wrong, but I think it's trash. I don't think anybody uses it. It's really fucking useless for the most part. In this game, it's awesome. It feels really dope. Like as Jill, right? And this is the way it should be. You feel
Keep talking. I will be right back. I gotta pee and get more alcohol.
But as Jill, you feel like 10 times more capable than you ever did as like Leon or Claire in RE2 Remake, and you should feel that much more capable because like thematically it makes sense, right? Because in RE2, like Leon and Claire are just dipshits that have no idea like what's going on, and they just kind of like stumble into their circumstance. Whereas in RE3 Remake, Jill's a fucking badass. Like she's this like stars, and she has this like action fucking dodge that if you time it at just the right time. You're fighting a lot of enemies that were in RE2 Remake, but you know their attack patterns and they come at you and you land the dodge at just the right time. And like you get these speed lines on your screen and she like flips out of the way of the attack and shit. It's very cool. It's a very interesting addition and like it makes sense for the character to have it. It's just all the other shit is kind of lame. Like the levels don't feel great. Nemesis feels weird because I think, and I'll try to keep this as spoiler free as possible, but I think like going into the game, I thought he was just going to be like Mr. X from 2, but more dangerous and interesting. And he's not. He kind of only shows up at like specific times and then fucks off. He's not just like roaming the levels like Mr. X does in 2. And I don't know. For me, that's just kind of disappointing. I feel like they could have just made him. The levels could have been more interesting, and Nemesis could have just been like Mr. X, but on steroids. And instead, he's like Mr. X on steroids, but he only shows up at very specific times, so he's not quite as interesting, and it's very fucking unfortunate. But other than that, like the dodge mechanic is sick. Jill's redesign's dope. It's just the levels and Nemesis are kind of lame. And I think maybe with more time, the game could have been a little bit better than it is. Once again, I haven't finished it. I think I'm at like the very tail end of it. So maybe I'll give a more full-fledged opinion. Like if we do this again next week, if I've finished it by then, which hopefully I will, if I can keep my fucking brain away from wanting to play Tarkov for like a night. But yeah, that's about it. It's good. It just feels a little rushed in comparison to RE2 Remake. And I would talk about Bannerlord, but I don't really see much of a reason to do that because you're going to talk about it when we get to you.
Yeah,
so I'll just pitch.
Say about it because honestly, I haven't put as much hours into it as I wanted to because I've been doing like other stuff.
But regardless, when we get to you, I'll probably just pitch in on it. And that's pretty much my fucking week.
We could
Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, we could just talk about that now. So I've just been kind of, between Tarkov and we got a new job, been working that. So haven't had much time, which is why my news is very light. But Bannerlord, it's pretty solid. I know some people say it's just Warband, and you know what? I would probably agree with you.
It absolutely is, but it's good.
It is very good. It's very fun. They just came out with that beta branch. I don't know if you saw that. Like they're having two separate branches now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like the main branch, and then there's the beta branch, which I guess the beta will get updates quicker than the main branch, which is something they've been pumping out updates like nuts for like the main branch.
That's interesting. Why are they doing it like that? Why wouldn't they just put them all out on the main one? Are they like updates that they're afraid of? Because they think they're gonna break the game or be shit? Like
I got it right here. It's like, since the release of Bannerlord, we've shared a number of hotfix patches. At this point, we want to begin establishing a more structured patch process to better support content changes that bear a greater rest of your gameplay experience. So for that purpose, we intend to introduce 2 additional branches to Steam. The public branch, which players will use by default. There'll also be opt-in alpha and beta branches.
okay.
So they just dropped that, and the changes they made, I just finished downloading the beta branch version before I hopped on here to talk to you guys, so I haven't had a chance to play it yet. But I did listen to other hot takes about it, and apparently it's very good. People like what they're doing in the beta branch. Like, they rework the experience needed for like your skills, because originally it just takes forever to get your skills up.
Yeah, I've kind of felt that.
I mean, like, they significantly lowered the experience needed to like level your skills.
That's good.
They changed like some pricing, like for the economy and stuff, that brings it more in line with like being normal, more or less.
I am back.
I think. Hello.
He's back.
Continue.
It's back. Like I think like a step bow used to be like 20 something K, and now it's down to like 10K. And they just rebalanced the tier level of weapons and armor to like be better priced instead of being like exorbitantly high all the time.
Is this Bannerlord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny that I talked about how people died before Bannerlord was released because it was delayed, and then like
10 years.
a few days later it releases. Granted, it's an early accents.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I don't care. I'm drunk. Continue. Sorry, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
So they fixed the economy. The skills got easier. I think like leveling troops too got like lower experience needed. I think you get like less experience from like just like auto resolving battles, but that's fine.
That makes sense, honestly.
There's like changes to companions that made them like it gave them like less starter skills, but now they like actually like level their skills. I think they get like less skills, but that's fine too, because now instead of just like getting any dipshit character and making them whatever, now you actually got to pick and like be conscious on your choice of companions. That's just the beta branch off the top of my head. But besides that, game's very fun. I love it. I'm playing the horse archer people. They're awesome. I love them. They're fantastic.
That's always been my. That was the first way. That was the first way I ever played Warband.
The first way I played Warband, I was like, oh, Northern dudes, Huskarls, awesome. I played them, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. And then I played the horse archer people, like what the fuck are they called? It's on the tip of my tongue. I always can't say it. It's like the
Kurjit.
Yeah,
Kurjit Khanate.
Yeah, I played them, and I was like, this is awesome. We're just a bunch of like screaming Mongol dudes with bows circling the enemy. Like, this is awesome. And that was the first way I wanted to play this one.
Yeah, I'm playing it that way too. Simply because it was the first way I ever played Warband, and I like it a lot. I wonder.
I didn't buy the game, but I saw a WebM of just like all these dudes on horses charging this like phalanx.
You broke up a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, all these dudes on horses charging this phalanx, and just arrows upon arrows upon arrows. Just
Yeah. It gets
ruin these people.
it gets nasty. Like if you actually get in an open field and you have like just all cavalry, you'll tear up infantry, no problem. Especially from the Khanate, because not only are they fantastic with fucking pole arms, they got amazing bow skills as well, and they have both of them. Like it's literally like Game of Thrones Dothraki. You just fucking swarm, and you're cav, and you destroy infantry, almost like real life.
Yeah, they're really awesome.
Almost.
They had one big issue in Warband, which I'm curious to see as I keep playing if they have this same weakness in this game. But it felt like the way they were kind of balanced in Warband is like, because they're all cav, they're super strong when you're fighting people just out and about. But the second you're in like a siege situation, they
You're
kind of
terrible.
blow.
Yep.
Like they're actual ass. Like any other faction can hold walls against them easily.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
outnumbered as well.
I haven't done sieges yet, but I feel like as soon as I try a siege, I'm gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
Even the Con Guard, who I think are fantastic and amazing, who have decent like armor and stats, even taking out the like riding,
Yeah.
they'll just get destroyed by like Northern infantry or like Empire infantry. There's just something.
Yeah.
Like
It's always been their biggest weakness.
But I'm not playing where I'm taking castles. I'm playing where I'm just raiding the countryside.
For now.
And then you bait people out of their like holds because the AI is a little stupid.
I heard sieges were the coolest
No, I'm
part.
sorry, my sister just walked in. Our intern just walked in.
Yeah.
Speaking of intern, can you come here
You
a
let
second?
slip her true identity.
Just come here.
God,
Now we can edit it
Do
out.
your intern duty. Just turn that lamp on for me.
Oh my god! Is she aware that she's our
Thank you.
intern?
Thank you. She
She
doesn't have a
doesn't have-
choice.
No, she does.
I turned it on. I can turn it on right in the crowd.
The Camels are an equal opportunity employer.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
We do not own slaves here at the Camels.
But we don't pay them either.
Indentured servitude.
Yeah, it's totally different. It's not slavery. It's indentured servitude. Come on.
Yeah, but Bannerlord gets thumbs up. Very good, and I highly recommend it.
Wow, thumbs up.
Oh,
I'm still trying
Wow.
to like wrap my head around that you invited your sister in just to turn on your lamp.
Well, she just walked in the door, and I saw an opportunity.
I guess.
he's lazy.
I mean, opportunistic. But
That's what the
Don't you
1%
talk
do,
about
you know?
laziness, Mr. Isolated. Quarantine.
yeah, it's true. You can't even leave your room.
Yeah, you're quarantined, boy.
Can't and don't are two different things.
You stay in the basement.
We talked about this not on the podcast, but I just want to mention it real quick, even though we're in the middle of the weeks, where it's like, it's incredible to hear about like people adapting to what is our every fucking day lifestyle, and then occasionally like killing themselves and stuff
Yeah,
like
but
that.
to me, this is normal.
Right.
Isolation is my life.
At the time, I described it as we are stronger than them because we can handle this. But now, I know that we're stronger than them.
I wouldn't, hey, you don't know. I wouldn't say I handle it. I just do it. There's a difference.
This is very true.
There's a strong difference.
Hey, send me a text anytime, man. If you can't handle it.
Oh God.
I'm
Oh
right
God.
here.
All right, all right.
Back to my week. I'm not done. I'm
Oh, he's
done.
not done.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Whoa,
whoa.
Well, real quick,
dude.
before you get back to your week, did I miss anyone's week, or did we roll from Brandon to Richie?
No, we just
No,
rolled for
just
yeah.
roll.
Just double checking. Continue.
I always play, and you guys know, I always like to get in my daily dose of Underlords.
Fuck yeah.
By daily
Gotta do
dose,
my
you mean
dailies.
your required dailies.
Daily.
Yes, my dailies, because I got to up that battle pass level,
My
Which
Thunderlord
which
dailies.
was just made easier.
Gotta
But also,
justify
I'm a
the
little-
payment.
But also, it was only $5, but I do have to justify it.
Justify those $5.
They just so they had the city crawl, and the city crawl was like, oh, like the international, you go through the dots on like the map, and there's different challenges you do,
Yeah, just like the
win with
international.
certain alliances. They just introduced prestige mode for that. So I thought that was very strange.
Wait,
Especially,
like,
yeah.
like my Call of Duty?
Yeah, like
Wait,
Call of
yeah,
Duty.
what does
It
that mean?
resets it. It
What?
resets it, and you do it again, and then you get a special badge saying, "Oh, look, my prestige level's huge."
So it's
Okay.
literally prestige.
Yeah, and they even call it prestige, and I found that very weird.
Oh dear
What?
God! I hope they don't do that in Dota. Oh shit!
no.
Oh
It's
no!
coming.
Could you imagine next fucking TI Battle Pass? They have like Cavern Crawl or some shit, and it's like you finish it, now do it again.
Dude, I hardly understood prestiging even within its own game, let alone another
it's
game.
I
literally
used to
dick
do
swinging.
it. I used to do it in the Call of Duty days only because it made my EP big. But every time I did it, I hated it.
You
'Cause I
know what
lost all
was
my
cool
shit.
was so I took a huge break from Call of Duty. Is I played Modern Warfare, so Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, and then I didn't play it for like the longest time. And they suckered me in with Infinite Warfare because Total Biscuit, may God rest his soul, was like you could dodge in the air, so the time to kill is different. And Richie, I'm sorry I'm trampling all over your week.
You
But-
son of a bitch.
So I'm pretty sure we've done this before.
But
Yeah, I'm done. It's all right.
but
With
We
life. I'm
had-
done with life.
oh my
And then you
God.
leave the Discord. You really should have sold the joke. Yeah, there you go.
No, actually don't, because for whatever reason the
it's
recording
too late,
on
he already did.
Oh, it's
OBS
too late.
the recording on OBS turns off sound, so even like right now I'm still set to press to record, but it doesn't
Oh God.
it doesn't click the sound like when you press to record in normal time. So if you left, I guarantee you that sound would be edited out automatically.
Wait,
Anyway,
what do you mean it's not pushed to record? Do you have to be holding a fucking button down? to
just for
record your
me to
screen
push
on?
to talk.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so I got into Infinite Warfare because you could dodge, and I thought that would add longevity to the Call of Duty format. I never got into Modern Warfare 2 because it seemed like too much as opposed to the original Modern Warfare, and I didn't step back into it until Infinite. No, not Infinite. What was the
Advanced.
one before that?
Advanced Warfare,
Advanced.
I
Thank you.
believe.
Which, by the way, that game was terrible. But anyway, they had a really fun way to doing prestige, whereas if you prestige, you could pick one thing of all the things you unlocked during, going from Babby to prestige, and that was unlocked from the beginning.
Wow.
Wasn't that what game was that?
For me, it was Infinite Warfare. It could have
Because
started
I feel like they did that with like Modern Warfare 3 or some shit. I think.
possible. I never played Modern Warfare 3. I never played any of the Black Ops. So
Blops.
at least for me, it was something refreshing.
God,
Infinite
Blops.
Warfare is trash. No, Infinite Warfare is good. Advanced Warfare was trash. Infinite Warfare was very good. Anyway, I'm sorry. I trampled all over your shit. So you're
That's
done.
fine. That was my week.
All right.
Besides, that and
Robbie, let's go on to you before we introduce who the fuck Matt is as a person.
You just introduced him though.
Well, I mean, we kind of introduced him.
All right, but my week has basically been Risk of Rain, which I played a little bit with you.
Yes, you did. I didn't mention that during my week because I'm a fucking shit. Continue.
Wow.
Wow.
No, okay, here's the level that is like embarrassing to me. Is part of doing that is I want to know Robbie more as a person. Because even you, Richie, like I feel like me personally, like I know you as Brandon's friend and through 40K and stuff like that. And I was able to pick up things like you are Wolfman of the Wolf. But I don't know who you are. And so I was like, okay, Robbie, let's have a session. Let me ask you questions. And I think I asked like one question before my brain just like melted and we were just playing Risk of Rain. So
We bullshitted while we did it.
yeah, I still feel bad about how that turned out. I feel like there was a lot more that could have happened besides I learned you
The
were into
awkward
like
first
romance and that was like it.
It's a very deep reason to play Risk of Rain.
Risk of Rain's a good game though.
The new update came out.
It did.
Artifacts. And
we
got to play
we
around.
unlocked a bunch of artifacts together.
Yep.
In spite
I
of me
almost got
being
all of them.
terrible at the game.
I almost got all of them,
Nice.
which is fucking amazing.
There's
And
some artifacts that are just fucking straight up broken good, and then there are some that are straight up broken bad. I will let you describe all of them because it's your week.
I'm not going to describe every single artifact.
You do it. No, I'm kidding.
I will not.
People would love it.
Yeah. Because
All-
it's not like as
Let's sit
soon
here.
as
The
update
overlap between the
everyone
camels
looked up
and
the
people
Risk of
into Risk of Rain are like 90%.
But I think my personal two favorites that I've been using for all my monsoon runs are there's no more chest in the game, enemies drop items,
Yeah.
because that's fun because it promotes just shooting, running around, and you don't have to freaking try and get chest anymore.
That was a
And
big one
then-
even for Risk of Rain 1 with like the 44 leaf clover, is that people like that play style of fuck chest, fuck money, just kill people, get items.
And the artifact of command, which is you get to pick your items when they drop, not the rarity, but out of the rarity, what from that list of that tier, what do you get?
So if a
Wow.
chest would spawn a white rarity, then you get to pick up all the whites and
And you-
etc up the chain. We played that. It was fucking good.
Yeah, you
It
got
was
to
a
see
fun time.
you got to see my Zeus build with
Yes.
the artificer.
Please describe that for people.
That is a gesture of the drowned, a alien head.
You gotta
Fuel
like
cells.
really describe it because there's some people who haven't played Risk of Rain at all.
What it is with the artificer, you can get mad air. You can basically be above the map, above all the mobs. And the royal capacitor is a lightning strike from God, basically. With fuel cells, you get more charges of it, and with a gesture of a drown, it goes off automatically. So I just go high up in the air, look at things, and the lightning bolts just start automatically hitting. And what an alien head does is that as I kill things, it just keeps coming back. The cooldown goes down more and more.
It
and
was
refresh-
incredible to see as a player, like on the ground, where I would look at things and I would. My entire plan was to damage and kill them because that's how you play the game. But I wasn't allowed because all of a sudden, like 40 lightning strikes from God would come down, and they would cease to be.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. I have almost everything unlocked for each survivor. A few alternative moves I don't have. I don't have anything for mercenary. I don't have the skin for commando or huntress.
Wait, I wanted to tell you this. There is a fun version of the game where one of the artifacts is all the enemies that spawn are you. They're not any of the mobs. They're not the
Oh, no.
Lumerians.
No, that's the artifact of vengeance you're talking about. The one where we had
Yes.
a clone. That was actually during the Zeus run. It's not that you don't have any normal enemies. It's that every 10 minutes a clone of you comes out with all your
Right.
equipment and everything. and you
Wow.
clone.
So there's a version of the game where you play with that on, and all you do is play as mercenary, so that every 10 minutes there's an anime sword fight between a bunch of people.
That's funny.
What made it the worst is that I had the Zeus build on when we went to get that artifact, so I had to fight my counterpart.
Yeah, but that actually
Nice.
worked out okay because you could fly to the point where they couldn't see you, but you could see them. I had
They
more
almost got me
problems
a
with
few
mine
times.
because I built myself to be such a fucking tank. Anyway, I'm trampling all over your week. You keep talking.
But that's part of it, though. You were a part of my week.
It's true, you were.
I'm a part of you. Okay.
I'm
got
about
it.
to interrupt
Continue.
Rob's week. Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
How about you send me a picture of the opposite side of that character sheet?
What?
How you come up with
Because you're quarantined. I'm not coming up. Just send a
Just
picture.
a very
send it through the
calm.
door.
Nah.
I'll send it through the door.
No, it's
No.
infected already.
I don't. And character sheets are pretty digital. I don't think you could affect digital artifacts.
He's talking
Yes,
about his
The
paper.
paper one.
Oh.
Just image me the second half.
You're-
Robbie, just very gently lick everything that you hand to Richie from now
yeah,
on.
I know.
I
From now
mean,
on.
I'm not handling anything from him anymore.
You are.
Have you touched anything in the kitchen? You've touched what I've touched.
Just lick your
Not true.
hand, open the fridge, and he's dead.
Welcome to the Corona cast.
Yeah, I will die.
You will not die. How many fucking
You don't know that.
How many respiratory illnesses have you had, boy?
You don't know.
Because I've had a lot, and I'm not afraid of
Weird
touching
flex,
things that Robbie have touched.
Weird flex. I'm just repeating what Matt said. He said it first.
I know.
I know. It's so
This has
fucking
been.
funny.
I played some Deep Rock with Shaggy, with Matt here. Otherwise,
Robbie's the camel that actually wants to interact with other camels.
yeah, I'm the one who tries.
I interact with other camels all the time.
Yeah, wait, what
It's
does
just-
that mean?
it's
I think
just
the
a
only camel I
joke.
don't
Yeah, fuck
interact
all
with
of you.
is Robbie.
fucking
Nah,
joke.
fuck that. Fuck all of you.
Yeah, you know what?
Fuck
Fuck
all
this.
of you. Yeah, fuck this, dude. Like,
I'm out of the fucking podcast. I'm out of the Corona cast. All right, I'm back in. I couldn't stay away. I need the advertiser money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the advertising money.
Yeah,
that
all
we
the
don't get.
advertising money.
right back.
Dude, did you know? Okay, so Robbie, please continue. I will add this on the end.
All right. But that I also played the new League event because only during freaking League events can you get freaking blue essence to get anything.
League?
Okay.
Yes.
You know what League isn't? Dota. Yeah,
You know
that's
what
exactly.
Dota
I spit
isn't?
on it.
Good.
Done it. I spit on it. Robbie, this is
Yeah?
not
I
the way.
apologize for calling things gay. It's just how I've been raised.
All right.
This is not the way.
Stop.
Hang on,
League is
we're
not
not going
the way.
down this PC.
Yeah, let's get that out of here.
We're
I
not
already,
doing-
already
with the-
said
on with
it.
the week.
I'm done.
All right,
you guys
we can
are now
stop.
talking
On with
more
the week.
about it.
So why are you playing League
Because there was
and not Dota?
Well, because Dota sucks.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
Get him out of here. Get
All of
him
a sudden,
Get out of here.
all of a sudden,
You know,
people
fuck
want
outta
me
here.
to talk
No,
about
fuck
gayness a
all of
lot
you.
more.
We just spit him out of the room.
Ban him from the server. Ban it.
I'm kidding. I'm lonely. I'm locked in a room. Please help me.
You take your bread.
Just like a league player should be, locked
Yeah.
in a room.
All I got is booze and
Your family's lying to you, Rob. You're not in there. Because of
You're
Corona.
not infected.
You're in there 'cause you won't stop playing
you son of a
League.
bitch.
You won't stop playing League. What do we do?
Let's
lock him in the room.
lock him in the room. There you go.
you know, something about Corona. I'm sure that will work.
Just like China, we'll just weld his door shut.
Oh,
Goodbye.
but anyway, I've been playing some Magic, getting ready for the new set coming out, which I will be talking about a little later.
Who you been
Yeah.
playing Magic with?
No, he plays online because
Oh,
he's
well,
too
there you
good
go.
for playing with me.
Oh wow.
He is too good for playing with you, dude. We have problems beating him together, let alone but just you.
Yeah, but I'm the one who wants to play half the time, and he whoops my ass. But he's too good for it.
Well, you
He's too
want-
good for whooping
you-
my ass.
You have a job now. Fucking invest in that shit.
No,
Don't
it's
you know
not
half of
happening.
Be
winning
like,
Magic
or
is
you
be
could,
winning?
like
know-
John and pay $1,000
No.
for a
Yeah.
deck, only for it to be
No.
banned a couple of weeks later.
Pay
I'd
to
rather
win.
just go online, play all the cards for free.
I've actually been talking to John recently, and oh my god, he's so hyped that Godzilla is a card now, and I am
Yeah.
too, honestly.
So is King Kong.
Yeah, fucking
Wait, what?
Mothra.
Yep, all the new
Okay.
set is basically Godzilla themed.
So okay,
Oh, because it's kaiju?
let me
Yeah.
roll that back.
Okay,
They're
that's
in,
cool.
They're in the land of the Titans, so there's a lot of alternate kind of art, which is for sale. But there's also a generic card version of it where it's like it does the same effects, but you know, there's a version that is Godzilla. There is a version that is Mothra. There's a version that is King Kong, and stuff like that. And that's very fucking cool. And I'm glad that they're doing that. I can't wait for the Ultraman card to come out. It's not gonna come
This is like the Mothra one without. I'm pretty sure without.
out. Yeah,
the
Luminous Behemoth.
Wow, that's kind of nuts.
Here's
It's
the
an
King
awesome,
Kong one.
dude.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
okay.
fucking
Read
bonkers.
that.
What?
Read that and think of how cool that is with zombies. Because it's awesome.
Legendary ape only makes me angry.
There's some apes in this set. Actually.
It
I
fuels
took
my
it as
rage.
very racist, and it's not, but it made me laugh regardless.
There's some more apes in this set, though.
Is
No
it
one-
enough for a whole tribal? No, then they failed me.
No, it is.
You probably
You
have
gotta,
enough.
you gotta
out of
work hard at
everything.
it, but you can do it. It's only gonna be like 1 ape and 800
It's
cells.
a legendary ape that synergizes with humans. Fuck!
But Ong is the ape of man.
How do you think angel players feel when there's like 90 angels that are good with not angels?
Except there's like
You know,
100,000 angels to choose from.
You know what's easy to make though? Angels. You know what's not easy to make? Apes.
I
Exactly.
would
Most
argue
apes
with
are
that.
trash.
Anyway,
Fuck up. So shut the fuck up, Mr. Dramaka and the deer.
What? What? You disagree with me? I wasn't saying that to be like, fuck you, apes suck. They do. That's why you want more,
Yeah.
right?
Well, no, it's not that they
Not
suck.
wrong.
It's that they literally are unplayable because
That's
it's
why I
only
made
legacy.
my human deck, because it's like I wanted a soldier deck, but then I was like, wow, there's way more support for just humans.
Yes. Here is the nuttiest thing, I think, in my opinion. Here's one of the new commanders coming out. It is a dinosaur cat nightmare.
What the fuck am I looking at? Snapdax?
Snapdacks all on the floor.
Snapdacks.
Give me some more.
Snapdacks.
Oh, I'm gonna have to edit this. All right, that's fine.
That's fine. You're just gonna have to put this
I
somewhere else
highly doubt you do.
Hey, what?
because Matt's not even been introduced yet.
Yeah, actually, speaking of, all right, Robbie, not to be rude, I enjoyed your week so far.
But
Anything
fuck you and your
else?
But shut
But
the
shut your
fuck up.
fucking
Because
mouth.
we
and let's get the
really
fuck
gotta
up.
like
what?
throw an amount of time into just introducing who the fuck Matt is, let alone
Nah,
his
fuck
Matt,
that,
introduce
Matt.
yourself
Matt,
right
leave.
now.
Let
Please,
Matt
motherfucker.
handle his fucking introduction,
Look,
and then we're good.
look.
You do it right now.
Welcome,
You do it right now.
Matt, aka Shaggy. Go ahead.
AKA Matthias.
AKA
Hello.
Samson.
AKA the
Man.
hero of man.
You know what? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, I like that shit. No,
Yeah.
name is.
This boy
I'm
bought me
the-
fucking Tau commanders when no one else would.
Yeah, dude. That's what got us all into it. No, but I'm the #1 Corona cast fan, undisputed. Anybody got a problem with that? Come and hit me in the message, and
Fight him in the comments.
I'm just gonna do a recap of the last couple weeks.
There
Alright?
you go. Perfect.
There you go.
Tarkov.
So, I don't know.
You're not wrong. Yeah, it's Tarkov.
Got a new comp. Got back from Boston.
Wait, hold on.
Uh,
Before you just say I got a new comp, I have to point out, like, I don't judge you for this. I kind of do.
Is it about getting a laptop? Because I know I'm
Yes.
But it's
Matt-
because I'm
Makes
Matt
sense,
has
though.
always gotten crazy, like, gaming laptops for as far as I've
I
known
know it's
him.
fucking retarded, but
I'll
trying.
roll
not.
back on that a little bit.
All right, listen. My opinion is that it's good for him, but I would never do it.
Fair. Fair, I think.
True.
I think it makes sense, seeing as how he's not always home.
Yeah.
so I got back from Boston. I got the new comp, and then my wonderful friends showed me Russian cocaine, aka Escape from Tarkov, and it's fucking
Fair.
taking over my goddamn life. You fuck, god damn it! I've lost 5 pounds since I started playing. It's no joke, too, dude. Like that was after the first week, and I don't know. I took it down. I'm like, oh, let me weigh myself. Fucking 4 pounds. 4 pounds down. I'm like, damn, this game is fucking getting my heart
You're too
into a
busy
certain
sitting
way that
down
I
and
don't want.
sweating.
You know? Exactly. But then,
Fucking
no.
anxiety, dude.
Oh yeah, it's been like Tarkov for the last 3 weeks. But then
I
had a
don't
birthday.
want to interrupt,
couple
interrupt you, but I have to express there's something about Tarkov, bless you, that I've been playing it and it's like I feel my chest tighten, I feel my heart beat. Like, be concerned. If
Dude,
you're
there was a-
playing this game out of nothing, be concerned if you.
Dude, there was literally a fight me and Brandon got into on interchange where I couldn't stop shaking after the fight for like. I literally had to like step away and come down off that fucking.
I know what that fucking feels.
I was literally shaking, like it was nuts.
That was me in the fucking dorms.
This game makes me feel fucking alive.
Matt, you're weak. Let's go, dude.
I'm gonna gloss over that.
Yep.
Right. Had a birthday. I got a couple gifts. I got
Happy
RE2.
birthday. I didn't fucking
thank
get you anything. Shit.
Shut up,
I'm
shut up.
Wow,
fucking
what a
I don't want-
trash human.
Fucking
I don't want nothing.
friend.
I don't want
Garbage.
Friend.
Garbage human.
I'm gonna look at your fucking Steam wish list right now. You can't stop
All
me.
right. No, but I
Matt's
played R.
drastically deleting everything on his wish.
No.
All
The
the
only reason I put
porn
something on the
games
wish
he has
list
on his
because
wish
I
list.
want to remember a game. You know, like there's I don't know, there's a couple other stupid games like I don't want to forget about because when they come out, I'll be like, oh, dope, fuck yeah.
Like the Bigfoot
No, but-
game.
Yeah, Richie.
Listen,
Whoa.
I got.
Wait.
Listen, I got a job now.
Well, we had a deal.
If they're on sale, I will buy them for everyone.
Oh god.
I got a Bigfoot game.
Dude.
Bigfoot
No,
game
no.
specifically.
Oh, it's a game. I believe it's 4-player co-op. I believe it just goes up. I know it's co-op, but I think
Well,
it
you
just
hunt
maxes to
Bigfoot.
4 players, and you hunt Bigfoot.
That's it.
Listen, Bigfoot is not prepared. Okay, I've been playing Tarkov.
I'll hold the
Camels
fucking
hunt-
tightest angle on that Bigfoot. I swear
Bigfoot
to
doesn't know what's coming, dude.
The camels hunt Bigfoot.
God. RE2.
Okay.
I got a little bit into it, but then Tarkov.
Yeah, Tarkov.
Darkest
Game's good, you should
Dungeon.
play
I
that
got,
shit.
yeah, it's really good.
It's very good.
Also got Darkest Dungeon. I haven't played it yet because I literally
Dude,
installed it
fucking
last night at like
Darkest
4 in the morning.
Dungeon. Fucking
Dungeon?
fucked
Dark-
it fucked
dark-
me up because I want those people to live. I can't remember the default names.
You got to
of the-
accept it, dude. You got to
I-
accept that people are gonna
no.
die.
Yeah, they're gonna.
No,
No, they're
I
gonna die,
can't
and then you're
accept
gonna
it.
get fucking. Your best team is gonna die, and then you have to
Dude,
grind again.
I
and
played
get
that
some
way. I
backups
played where I
out.
cared about my dudes. And I was so careful, and I leveled them, and I got them good gear. The game will fuck you at one point.
I
Your
don't
team
care.
will not live.
I don't care. They're going to the end, which is
I
to say
don't
that
care.
they restart
I love.
800 times. Matt, continue.
Good. I can
As
go
I try
there.
to find
All
your
right.
fucking.
no.
As you try to
But
find.
then
it.
I
As
got
I
a couple
try to
other
find
games.
your wish
I
list,
just decided
just
to.
send you games.
I bought because I bought this game because I'm fucking stupid hype about the Command and Conquer Red Alert.
No.
Shit,
So-
yeah, good,
Yeah,
good
I'm so
taste.
fucking pumped for it. But
What?
no, I bought a Command and Conquer 3 Tiberian Wars. I'm playing through that a
Oh,
bunch.
yeah.
Dude, I love Tiberium Wars, dude.
Yes, I played at
fucking-
Brandon's house years ago, and I love.
You know, I got into Red Alert before any of the other Command and Conquers, but fuck, man, if it doesn't that, it tickles something that other things do not, and I can't
Mhm.
explain it. There's just something about it.
Dude, they used to have Red Alert on the PlayStation 1.
Hell yeah.
And
Oh,
I remember
that fucking era, dude, where they used to put
Yeah.
strategy games on like
Yeah.
PS1.
You couldn't
bet-
control it
and
for
it's
shit.
before.
I remember there was a bug too where the longer you played in a certain, the slower it would get. So you'd be like 4 hours into a game, and you guys would just be chugging along like slow as fuck, and it would take like an extra couple hours just to do some extra shit. But anyway, yeah, Tiberian Wars, and then I got this game, Synthetik.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
yeah, that game looks good.
Our
The game is
favorite
really-
African warlord is all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it, Seth, right?
It's
Yeah.
fuck yeah, Seth.
But
I will suck that
That game is
Englishman's
dope.
cock.
dude, and I bought it. I bought it to take a break from Tarkov, right? But then I get in and I find a gun called Scav.
And
You
your
know?
brain starts racing. You're like, oh,
Yeah, then I find an AK-74 S, I think it was, and I'm like, God damn it, dude! It just pulled me right back in.
I gotta go back. I need rubles.
Dude, I'm actually looking at that. I'm on your profile right now to try and throw you video games. And recent
No, you don't have to.
you fucking shut the fuck up. Recent activity:
No, fuck you.
Artificial Extinction, Deep Rock, and Synthetik.
Yeah, I got I was about to talk about Artificial Extinction.
I haven't heard of that, so please.
It's like a weird like tower defense type of game.
Huh.
It still seems like it's early access. No, it's pretty cool. Like you're on a ship that wants fuel, and it's controlled by like an AI pilot or whatever, and it puts you down. It lands you, and you have to get fuel.
I'll be right back. Continue.
Yeah, you have to get fuel to refuel your ship or whatever, and then you have to
I just read a bunch of stuff on his profile, and then I realized I couldn't read, so I need to pee. Okay.
You heard it here first, folks. He can't read. I can't read. I saw you playing Artificial Extinction, like, I feel like it was a while ago. Like, no, I don't know how long you've had it for.
I just got it.
Wait, when did you get it? I could have swore I saw you playing it, like, I must have saw someone else on my Steam friend list playing it, but I clicked on it and I saw it, and it looks interesting. It definitely looks like very early.
Yeah, it's really early.
From the trailer.
It seems solid right now. It's just cool. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of it's a weird and unique. So yeah, you gotta like mine fuel for you put down a miner and it mines it for you while you defend it, and you have to get fuel for your ship. So then this is a thing where it's like you have to survive 9 days, so your family can land on the planet with you and live happily ever after, whatever the fuck. And yeah, then you got to mine like metal. You put a miner on this metal deposit, and it gives you metal so you can like, make sentries to defend against the fucking AI. That's pretty cool. And then there's another game, I think. No, I think that's it. Just fucking Tarkov and those little games.
But mostly Tarkov.
Yeah, mostly fucking Tarkov.
Eating your fucking life.
I love that game, man. Even though it like, pisses me off a lot.
Yeah, I love it too.
It's such a good shooter.
It's like I said before. Like I have moments. I don't think it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday, I think, where I was just getting dumped on, dude. It was like every raid I went out on, I got killed by some guy that was either camping some fucking angle or he was waiting for me to push some fucking door, and I was just getting shit on instantly. And I really got to a point where it happened so many times that by the end of the night, I was like, one more time, I think I'm gonna stop playing and I'm gonna go do something else. But I didn't. I stuck with it, and then I hated my fucking life. But then the day after that was the day we kept going to customs, and it was spicy like every single fucking time, and we were getting kills, and it was exciting and it was intense. It's like those moments grab me by my cock and balls and drag me back into the fucking Russian apocalypse.
Yeah, dude. Let me explain that firefight we got into. It was fucking like the one.
Which one? The one on customs? The one?
Yeah, the one on customs. It was me, you, Anthony, and BB. Yeah. We're at that choke point by construction.
Richie was with us too, wasn't he? Were we 5-manning?
No, I don't think Richie was there.
I'm pretty sure Richie was there. Richie, weren't you there?
Where? What battle?
Remember when the guy I dropped the guy with the pilgrim that ran from right to left like instantly?
No,
and then we were looting him, and then you died.
Yeah, that was horrible. Yeah, I was there.
Was there.
I was in the bush, and I was the first one to die. Remember?
He died from the sniper at the choke first, and that's how we knew there was a guy.
Oh, right.
Because his shot rang out and killed him.
I'm back. What's up?
Now we're explaining the firefight we got into on customs.
It's the fucking most intense one. Anyway, we pushed from construction to that choke point, right? And Anthony saw the dude on the right in the blue shipping containers, and Anthony got. And
yep, that is my beat.
And then, yeah. I was gonna bring that up earlier when you were talking about dying.
To agree, shit.
I'm just joking. If there's anybody that backs that more, it's probably me, dude. I know you get that first, and I'm sorry, baby.
Look, listen, I have failed flames on my face. It turns out that I bought fucking camouflage from Ragman to specifically be like, ooh, woods camo. And then I continue to wear fire on my face, and that's my fault. It's not yours. That's no one else's. That's me. That's my choice.
It is your choice.
And in turn, I get shot to death almost immediately. Continue.
But yeah, you got dumped, and then me and Brandon pushed the guys that shipping containers. Brandon killed, and then we're like looting up and healing or whatever. And then I think we were doing something. We were watching the choke for some reason, and it was me, BB, and Brandon was doing something in the back. And the guy pushes from the right side, and he
I remember. I'm sorry not to cut you off, but I remember this. We were at the dumpsters, right? It was like right after we pushed right, and I killed that guy. And we all knew that the first guy that pushed from right to left had a pilgrim on. And I looked at all the bodies, and I was like, "Yo, none of these guys have a pilgrim." So we went back to the bush and found the other guy dead, because apparently we killed him.
That's what it was. Yeah, you were looting that guy.
Yeah, when we were unloading, it was like a scene from fucking Predator. We were like, we kind of knew where he was, and we just decided to murder all trees in an effort to kill that guy.
Yeah, and then it turned into a fucking scene from like Mission Impossible or something, because the guy's at the end of the choke with his laser, and BB was like, "Who's fucking laser?" Or Brandon or somebody was like, "Whose laser's that?" And then it's so distinctly in my head because I saw it on the fucking fence behind us when we're all prone. And there's like a little hill like where he won't be able to see us, so we all fucking like crawl around this little hill, like freaking out because if we stand up, we're gonna fucking die, man. We're gonna fucking die. And
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
She dips beneath the laser.
And then it just turned into a big fucking firefight, and we all died. But
you all shush. Matt, how are you feeling? Are you done with your recap?
Yeah, Dark.
He's done. Fuck him.
Right,
Fuck up, Richie. Fuck you, 1% bitch. Fuck you.
Ooh. Should we get that on the podcast?
That's
Too,
what we did.
Richie's the 1%.
Yeah.
What? No, fuck that. BB's richer than me.
Oh,
I don't know that.
Yeah, but Richie,
Yeah.
by Richie I mean BB. BB is also a communist, so it doesn't matter how 1% he is, he's gonna deny it.
He ain't sharing the rubles.
Tarkov has caused class warfare in one group. I just want to say that.
Okay.
We have the rich, the poor, and the middle class.
Okay,
and
so
Richie is the
news.
rich, and he spits on.
Shut up.
I mean, I do look down on you from my
You
pile.
shut up.
I say shut up, not personally against you, Brandon, but we have a lot of news because it's been weeks and weeks.
Do we? Because I don't.
I don't have that much, but I do have
some. I do. Okay,
I have some. Let
me start. You guys reflect.
No.
So, here's the thing that starts the most explosive and also the most inconclusive is there's been a lot of rumors about Konami intellectual property, also known as IP. So, Konami, even though right now all they're doing in life is releasing gambling machines, they have fucking Metal Gear Solid, they have Castlevania, they've done stuff that is impactful, let's say. So, there was a huge rumor of Sony going to buy Konami IPs such as Silent Hill, Metal Gear, Castlevania in order to continue to produce games in those series. Nothing happened with that for a couple of weeks, and then I saw the exact same rumor. Fuck you, I'm drunk. But with Xbox. So Xbox supposedly owns things like Silent Hill, Metal Gear, Castlevania, and absolutely nothing conclusive has come out so far. But these are powerhouse IPs, and anyone to get their hands on them would be a big deal in the new console launch. But
I find that
who
rumor.
the fuck knows?
I just googled that really quickly because I didn't see that. I actually had Konami-based news that we could run into if we want to from here.
We'll rock right into it right after this.
This is I didn't know about this, and I'm googling it now, and that there are people talking about it. I find that kind of hard to believe that that would be true, because then if Konami sells off all those IPs, they can't continue to profit off them
Right,
using
they
them
can't.
for like
They
gambling
can't
machines
make
and shit
gambling
like.
machines about it.
Right. So I don't think that's. I'd be shocked if that's true.
Yeah,
If
I
it is,
don't.
that's
I
cool,
don't.
because then someone will get their hands on it that'll actually make games, as
It's
opposed to not
weird.
making.
Okay, and I think it shows my Sony bias. When I first heard that, and the first rumors were all about Sony, and I was like, shit, yeah, a company with that amount of money could buy these IPs that Konami clearly doesn't give a shit about because they just want to gamble. But then when like 2 weeks passed and then it was like Microsoft doing the same thing, like I don't know, something in my brain switched and I was like, yeah, no one's actually doing this.
I'd
But
be
it's
shocked
still worth talking about, I think.
if it were Microsoft that's doing it. I feel like, all right. How do I put this? Microsoft hasn't been doing quite as good as Sony, I think, in terms of like first party exclusives and shit for a while now. But I feel
would
like
argue that
I feel like
it's certainly not first party that I give a shit about, but I mean it is first party. I don't give
anyway,
a shit
just,
about The Last of Us. I don't give a shit about Days Gone.
okay,
But I could
but a lot
pretend
of
that they
people, but a
haven't
lot of
done it.
people do. Like one could argue that Sony's got like God of War, they have Last of Us, they
Right,
have
right. Days Gone.
going back to Konami, I find the Microsoft thing interesting because there were other little news tidbits that happened the last few weeks, because there were those rumors that we spoke about last time we recorded, about how Sony was potentially funding like a partnership between Kojima Productions and Konami to actually make Silent Hills.
Right.
An interesting like kind of evolution of that is that Konami themselves came out and said and issued a statement being like,
no,
these rumors are false.
Yes.
We're not working on a Silent Hills game. To which everybody went, that's really sad. And then a couple days after that, a dude who's known, he's an artist in the games industry. I can't remember his name exactly, and I can't remember exactly what his title is or where he worked previously, but I think he's worked with Konami before. Tweeted some pictures of a like art display of a sign that looks exactly like a sign outside of Konami's offices that says Silent Hills on it.
Oh, neat.
So what the fuck is going on? Like Konami's coming out and being like, no, we're not doing it. But then you have this guy tweeting more shit and like fueling the fire of fucking Silent Hill rumors. It's very fucking spastic.
Boy howdy, yeah, I can't agree more.
And the only thing I could think of is like, what if this dude's making art for Silent Hills and shit? And what if, knowing that rumor, what if that rumor is true? What if Konami's like, yeah, we're not making it because Microsoft is?
Right, or Sony, or fucking, I don't know, Ninja Theory, because they like going to them.
Well, that's what I was going to get at before we get off this topic, is I do think, as much as I like Halo and shit like that, I do think Sony's been a little bit better off in terms of exclusives, like with The Last of Us and God of War and shit like that, where Microsoft just kind of has like God of War, Halo, and like fucking whatever that car game is that they sell.
Forza.
Yeah, Forza.
Sorry.
Not Frieza.
I said Forza. Fuck
yeah,
you.
You did, but it was close.
I've only read it in books.
I think Microsoft, mainly because of Ninja Theory, I think are showing that they're kind of working on their first party stuff a little bit, because Ninja Theory is not really trash anymore and they make good games suddenly, shockingly.
I don't know. Just because this is all rumors, like it's all fun to say that they're actually doing this, but we don't actually.
No, they're probably
know.
not. No, of course not. But that's why we talk about fucking rumor, dude. And that's why we always say that it's rumor. Like, I don't necessarily believe this is true. However, if Microsoft is doing it, it's like, I don't know. I could believe it. I could see it. Ninja Theory just posted that fucking teaser like 3 or 4 weeks back for fucking Project Mara, which is like a horror game that they're working on that looks very like PT-ish.
Really? I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, they're working on a thing called Project Mara. It looks like a horror game. I think it's got the girl in it that plays the chick from fucking Hellblade. I believe it's the same person.
She's a very good voice actor. All you can complain about Hellblade, she fucking nails it.
It's clearly a horror game. and it's very interesting. So I don't know. I don't necessarily believe this fucking rumor, but if it's true, that would. If only because we'll actually get like Konami IP games again, as opposed to not getting.
Keep rolling through it. So next one is the Sony GDC presentation is outrageously boring.
Oh yeah, when they talked about the specs for the dude, I have that on my list. What a fucking shit show, dude.
Oh my
it was
god!
Just one dude standing on the stage being like, "And this is how fast the SSD is," and like no one cares.
That is literally all they really talked about was how fast the SSD is. Which, let's not cut words. Let's not mince. That is insanely fast. The SSD supposedly is communicating within like, I think it was 5 gigabits. I don't have the number exactly in front of me.
Gigabits?
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
But it's something insanely fast that regular even SSDs do not do within even computing scale. It's something insanely fast, but look,
It's boring as fuck. Nobody wanted that.
Exactly. I'm the biggest Sony fanboy. I will confidently say within the group here. I love Sony. I got PlayStation 1. I got PlayStation 2. They introduced me to fucking Armored Core, which has embarrassingly defined a large portion of my life. And I will fight for them until the day is done. And
the fanboy coming out, dude.
All of that stated, that was really boring.
No, it was horrendous. It was like, I think everyone. Here's the thing about that announcement. It was not intended for us. That was meant for like developers and shit, so that they could get an idea of like this.
Supposedly, it was a GDC conference targeted at developers that was scrapped because GDC was canceled.
Yeah. So it wasn't meant for us, but it was still very fucking boring.
The Twitter account was all like, "Yo, PS5 news. This is a big deal." And then we all went in and we all watched the most boring conference in the world about how it's a fast SSD. I guess the honestly impressive bridge between the SSD and the CPU. Very, very, very fast. Very, very, very interesting. Targeted towards developers, but then developers released a lot of articles where they were like, "What the fuck? We don't care." So, who the hell knows?
I wasn't gonna watch that entire fucking video because goddamn, it was boring as shit. I did not plan on doing that shit at all. I watched like a short breakdown of it, and then I read an article that was just like, "Here's what you need to know, and here's how it stacks up to what we know about the Xbox." And it's like, all I got from it is that the SSD shit's cool and all that shit. Apparently, like what we know about the new consoles, the Xbox seems like it's still a little more powerful.
Well, here, let me take a pause real quick. Let me describe to people here. The Xbox Series X is insanely powerful. Even to the average PC, as at least Steam's kind of surveys go, it's more powerful. That is more powerful. And
but there's going to be multiple like versions of it.
Well, there's the Xbox Series X, which is the one that has all the power, and there's the Xbox Series S, which is less powerful but more affordable. And compared to all that, the PlayStation supposedly 5 places somewhere in between, where it's got this amazing bus support where the SSD is so insanely fast and is able to communicate with the processor on a level that I haven't seen before. And I feel like that's worth mentioning because I'm really dipped into computer processing and stuff. But that all said, it's still not as powerful as a dedicated PC, and even more powerful than the Xbox Series S. That thing has a lot of power for the price, the supposed price, where it's going to be interesting to see where things evolve. And honestly, it's weird for me being a Sony fanboy for all this time, but Brandon, you have had a lot more Xbox loyalty than I have. And I don't mean loyalty as a negative thing, whereas we're next door neighbors. So we were able to go and play whatever we couldn't play, by just visiting each other. And these next series of consoles, like the Series X, is powerful. And the supposed PlayStation 5 specs do not match that. But they are more powerful than the Series S that is supposedly coming out. And it's just a very weird place where we all have gaming PCs, and I'll be honest, I see all of this shit. And
Yeah, I don't care.
I also see the Sony exclusives, which they're trying a lot more hard than Xbox than to try to get exclusives, because Xbox, so long as you have fucking Windows 10, they're not exclusives. You can just play those things. But I know me and Brandon, we have 8.1. We do not have Windows 10. Brandon, because of a
Well, that shit doesn't really matter anymore.
right.
Because now Microsoft's putting their shit out on Steam, and you can play regardless of your
Right.
OS. I've been playing. I haven't been playing as much as I'd like to, but I've played Master
I threw
Chief
up in my
Collection on
mouth a little
Steam.
bit. So
Nice. That's a
long
good.
story short,
That's a good
Oh my
omen.
god. You alright, dude?
I'm good. I'm good until I start throwing up. In which
Let's
case,
fucking
the floor. I'm fine. The floor is not. I
let's
see
end
a
the
lot of
fucking
floor to ruin.
let's end
Anyway.
the fucking console spec shit, 'cause it is very boring.
It's
The
very.
video is
It
very
was
boring.
extremely boring. I understand everyone who still has their favorites, as it were, because supposedly the PS5 has all this fast read-write memory. Not PS, but Xbox supposedly has this really, really fucking strong, kind of PSU device that will make visuals a lot more impressive, let alone CPU usage. So, look, I'm post all that. I'm full on a PC player, and I gotta say, whatever you pick, I think it's a good choice.
I
Because
gotta say that I think
PCs are going to take a little bit to recoup. They're going to be slower for a while, and if you want to jump on that immediately, I ain't going to blame you.
I think fuck all this spec talk. I think we just gotta see games. I think that's something that these people should
Well
be doing
said,
at this
well
point,
said.
opposed to giving us this bullshit. Because most of what's going to determine these console sales going into the next gen is going to be what's there at launch and shit. And the only thing we really know right now is oh yeah, PS5 is going to have that one game that's just like Destiny, but with dudes who look like night guys, but it's like Destiny.
Right.
And that's all we know. What else is there?
Don't forget the Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, but
I don't give a
that
shit, but other people
that game's coming out, right? But that game was supposed to come out before PS5, wasn't it? Or is it a launch title? It just got delayed indefinitely because of fucking Corona or whatever.
Touche.
I think it was supposed to come out before PS5. I could be wrong though. I don't know. I don't keep up on it all that much, but whatever. That's the end of the story.
So I will mention the next thing. How much of you guys are into Doom Eternal? The new
Not
Doom
at all.
game. Really? Not at all?
I've
Thought about picking it up.
watched a lot of it. I'm just I haven't picked it up personally.
I've heard a lot of opinions on it, and I don't know. I haven't played it, but I've seen it and I've heard some people talk about it.
I bought it. Like, I put the money down. I really like Doom 2016, and I was kind of hyped for this version of Doom, I will call it. And it kind of bounced off me. So, I will not be like those shits that are like, I didn't like this game is trash. Anyone who likes Doom Eternal, I understand why you like it. It just bounced off of me super hard. It is the first game I've ever refunded off of Steam. And so the whole thing about it is it's balanced very interestingly, where ammo maxes are very low. I think I remember reading something where the max amount of ammo you can get is lower than the default of Doom 2016. So, ammo's hard to come by, but if you chainsaw a person, they give you ammo. So it's this very really, I'll say interesting. Even though I didn't like it, I will say it's interesting version of kind of resource management where you're using your chainsaw against like the generic shitters like your imps and your corrupted soldiers, because that only uses one charge of your chainsaw, but it gives you ammo which you can use to fight the other guys. And I just couldn't get into it. But it's very interestingly fast paced. There's definitely a level of thinking about it that didn't exist within 2016, where 2016 you just kind of ran around killing people, and only if you ran out of ammo did you use your chainsaw or your BFG or something along those lines to clear things up. Whereas Eternal really requires you to do that, otherwise you will not make much progress. And I won't lie, I didn't even make it to the first Marauder, which supposedly that's a big point in which people will quit until I've refunded the game, and it's the first game I refunded on Steam, period.
That
But
is kind of shocking to me because I've heard people say that it's good.
It
looks good.
All that said, I will never bemoan the people who stick with it and say it's a good game. It just didn't resonate with me. The amount of time I've played it, which is a couple of hours, just enough that I could still refund it. It wasn't an unfun game. I just didn't like where they took it. And that is it entirely. That's what it is.
That's what I heard a lot. It strayed a little too far away from what Doom was supposed to be. And another big thing I've heard is like the implementation of a story. Basically,
Okay, yeah.
Didn't 2016 have like story though?
a little
Is
bit.
it just worse this time around or what?
They made a
from
big
my
overarching
perspective.
story.
Yes.
Like they tried to throw in the original Doom, everything into this, and they tried to tie
really?
it all back. And
Yeah.
while I give them credit for taking that as a risk, there are some people who appreciate it. A lot of people was like, that kind of didn't do it for me.
Okay,
And
that's
see,
interesting.
there's a weird thing in the modern society to kind of label people as evil and wrong. And I wouldn't go that way for either. Like, it deflected off of me where I'm playing the game and I'm encountering these cutscenes where there's new characters such as the Betrayer and the King of
Some weird order.
I don't know what to call them, but the people that Doom Guy was a part of, the that order, and I didn't give a shit. And partially I didn't give a shit because neither did Doom Guy. Like, all these cutscenes are happening and he's kind of either immediately killing people or turning away and not caring. And I was all about that shit, where it's like, I don't know who the betrayer is. I don't know what he did to be a betrayer. I don't
But he's
care.
gonna fucking die.
Yeah, I don't.
It's the Deep Lord.
Fuck the deep lore. No
But
one,
that was the thing.
no one playing Doom was all about fucking the deep lore. Okay.
People
You're
cared about Doom Guy's bunny.
Yes.
Fucking Daisy, I believe her name was.
Fucking yes, Daisy. We're fighting all of hell because of Daisy. And
They
so
fucking killed Daisy.
they introduced the Betrayer. Don't give a shit. They introduced the mother of the angelic folk, which I can't remember what they're called. Don't give a shit. There's
Enlightened, I think they're called, or something like
sure,
that.
fine. There's these Doom priests.
Don't quote me, everybody.
Don't give a shit. I want to kill. And I'm killing. And I'm having
Quote
fun.
Anthony. I want to kill.
I want to purge.
I'm not gonna pretend to defend myself. I want to kill. Alright?
That's why you bought the Doom game.
All these motherfuckers are not killing. Demons are evil. I don't need anyone to tell me that demons are evil. Alright?
No, but there has to be a deep lore, Anthony.
No, fuck
there
you.
has to be a deep lore.
What
the
is
Doom Slayer's got to have a reason.
What is the deep lore of demons being evil? That's just
The
how it
deep
should
lore.
be. Fuck you, fucking progressive, egotistical, fucking hipsters.
Demons got to have a reason, man.
Where
They
it's
got to
like,
have a reason.
oh, the demons might be justified. Where no, they're evil. Fucking kill them. You
No.
don't.
I do have to say I did like the one cutscene where Doom Guy actually interacted with humans for like a brief moment.
Yeah, I do too. I will
That was kinda funny.
immediately agree.
That was hilarious, that cutscene.
Where he's rip and tear their guts. I like that. That's why I fucking played it. That's why I fucking read the comic, and I like that shit. And look here. I'll be honest, anyone who didn't return Doom Eternal, who was having a good time, there's a
Probably a lot of people.
There's a lot about that is enjoyable. I just feel like they trickled the upgrades too slowly with a plot that personally didn't matter to me for me to willingly want to do that and suffer through that and kind of carry through to see how it ended. Because there's something about Doom where the ending is already predisposed. I already know, oh, this angel person who's like, humanity has to be tested, they're gonna die. I'm gonna murder them. And
It's all about how brutally. It's kind of like God of War. You know you're gonna murder someone, just how
Right.
brutal.
But long story short, it was a big
least the whole
success. I'm glad it's a big success, even though it deflected off of me, because I mean the gameplay was pretty fun. I didn't like the
just-
balancing aspect, but I can understand people that are willing to forgive that. And there you go.
At some point in the future, I'll very likely go back and play 2016, and I'll probably get Doom Eternal if it goes on sale, and then I'll have an opinion formed on it
Okay.
because I do want to play it, and I've seen people say it's good, so I want to try it.
I won't
A lot
pretend
of cool
it's not.
guns. I will give it that. There's a lot of cool guns in there.
Okay, well, okay, fuck. I need to talk about this. So, there's no pistol in the game. They start you off with the combat shotgun, and I really like that. But the ammo maximum in the game is a lot lower than even 2016. If you max out your ammo capacity with the upgrades, you're not going to have as much ammo as the default of 2016.
Because they want you to play to those new mechanics, man.
Sure, fine. What the fuck ever.
To get that ammo.
Which is like a flamethrower, a chainsaw. You got like a wrist blade, I think.
The
even.
point is, the very first weapon upgrade you're offered is, hey, do you want your shotgun to shoot grenades? Or do you want it to be full auto? And
Ooh,
that is bad game design when your ammo is severely limited and you give people the opportunity to go full auto. You're going to run out of ammo, you're going to die. And that's bad. I don't care who you are, that's not a good choice. And I'm sorry, I got to say that. You can still enjoy it, but there's too
I
many.
bet there's some freak badass out there that's awesome at the game, fucking tearing it up right now with the full auto shot.
Fuck that guy.
I can go find some Shroud clip of him
Fuck
fucking
Shroud.
accepting the full auto
I'm
shotgun.
gonna reverse saying fuck Shroud and instead say fuck that guy.
There you go.
Okay, I don't know what's your next news story. Just out of
My
curiosity, 'cause I gotta.
My next news story is very important. Guilty Gear Strive confirmed
Fuck.
rollback netcode
Oh
by
yeah.
the same developer who made the netcode for Killer Instinct.
Yeah, so that's
And
gonna be good.
That's a good thing that
It's
everyone
gonna be
should
good.
be happy about.
KI, and I can talk about this at length, has some of the best fighting game netcode I've ever experienced, period. And there are many people out there who will fucking say that because it's true. Killer Instinct is a fucking low budget game that shockingly has better netcode than every other fighting game that's existed for like a decade.
Yes.
It's incredible. It's phenomenal fucking netcode. So that's
All right. Do you guys don't have much news, do you? I mean,
I
Matt-
literally have nothing.
right.
Actually, not news.
Go ahead.
Sort of, but there was a game I played recently that's pretty cool.
Rock and roll,
Don't know
dude.
when it's
Up.
coming off the top of. I can't remember when it's coming out of the top of my head. Sometime this month, I think. I think in like a few weeks. But it's a Predator game.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I've seen you
called
play.
it's called Predator Hunting Grounds.
I've never heard of this
Apparently,
actually.
It's they had a beta. Well, I mean not beta, but it was like a free demo weekend for like PlayStation Plus that I played like a week or so ago. And the game is cool. It's made by the same people, I believe, that did the Friday the 13th game.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of like the same concept where it's like you got a team of like 4 dudes in the jungle who get dropped off. Military, of course. And you get like a mission, and there's like NPCs on the map. There's like a bunch of like guerrilla fighters and shit, and you get different missions you got to do. But one player is the Predator, and his mission is to fuck your shit up. And it's actually pretty good, like with the feel of it. It's in the jungle, and there's like a whole mechanic where like the Predator can go like tree to tree and like run across like branches and shit.
Right.
And it's very fluid, and it feels very good.
Interesting. I'll be honest, I never really played any of those games, those Dying Lights and apparently this Predator game. Hell, even Resident Evil 3, they had the Survivor game attached to it. And I don't know, something about that just kind of deflects off of me. And I'm not trying to pretend that I am the arbiter of taste. But, you know, hearing that, I don't know. Something about that is more interesting than generic serial killer number 45.
Yeah, again, I'm sure people will be much more critical of the game than me, but from what I played, it was fun. I enjoyed it. The Predator he's very strong, but he doesn't seem overpowered. You totally can kill him. So you kind of got to be tactical as the Predator. Like you could totally. There's actually different classes of Predator you could play in the game.
This is just my autism, but there was a part of me that, like, even in Predator 2, where people are shooting at the Predator with like AR-15 derivative assault rifles, and they do nothing, but at the same time, the shotgun of the protagonist is able to stop him. Like, I'm not even going to talk about it because I understand it's so autistic that that most people shouldn't care.
My autism is showing.
But
yes.
5.56 is an incredible round, and they've done crazy things with it. And for shotgun to work and 5.56 to not, it's pretty crazy. Anyway, continue talking. I have to pee again because of the amount of alcohol I've imbibed. Continue.
Imbibed?
Yeah, but the Predator, yeah, he's definitely killable. I mean, he's a little strong. There's only the one class. There's different classes. There's 3 classes. There's like the Scout class, the Hunter class, and the Berserker class. And the only one you were able to play was the Hunter. So I don't know. The Berserker is probably a tanky fuck that could take all kinds of damage. But it's cool. You get like war gear as the Predator. Like it's like a loadout system. And like every Predator gets like wrist blade and the plasma caster. But then there's shit like the combi stick that could be thrown. There's mines that could be placed. There's the net. You can net people.
That's pretty sick.
God, there's like other stuff that I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh yeah, the smart disc that I'm not the biggest fan of, just because I mean it's cool. But it leaves you very vulnerable because you throw it and you control it, kind of like the Batarang, whatever, from fucking like the Arkham games.
Like the fist from Metal Gear Solid. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
You shoot his wrist off, you control it.
Yeah, so like your guy just stands still while you're controlling the disc. So it's cool if you get like, you know, you're in a position that's hidden and you just chuck it and whatever, but like in an actual fight, it's really rough because then you just stand still and they blow you away.
Was it actually like those Friday the 13th games? Like really similar, or?
I mean, they got differences, but I mean, you know, it's more or less kind of the same thing. The Predator is way more mobile than I guess Jason was in those games.
Okay.
Also, the Marines can fight back versus, you know, the teenagers couldn't fight, you know, Jason.
Yeah, that's true. All I remember is that one game you had where you're like, where the fuck are these guys? And you jump down and all 4 of them.
Yeah, and all 4 of them in a corner just blew me away instantly. But I could have played that differently and killed all of them. I just didn't because I'm a papega.
No, I was talking about in the beginning, like the new Magic set, and I did put a bunch of cards for y'all to look at.
Yeah, honestly, I hate them. I hate every single one of them.
I saw a very good video about.
Why do you hate them? Like
because their subtype is the most stupid fucking type I've ever heard.
What is that?
Like the fucking cat nightmare beast, cat nightmare dinosaur, elemental dinosaur cat. Beast elemental dinosaur. Like, what the fuck? Come on, people. Nightmare beast elemental. Like, can I just get dragon or dinosaur or ape? You know, why does it have to be
ape for you?
Like, all right, like this card seems cool. Like Demon Kraken. All right, that's cool.
Demon Kraken is cool.
But I'm just like, I'm so fed up with Magic at this point. Like the blatant power creep. Like it's just. There's always power creep between sets, always.
You gotta. But there's some reason that people are buying the new stuff, you know.
But but really think about it. In the time that like we were hardcore playing Magic, the new sets would come out, and while there was power creep, it didn't seem as power creepy. It didn't seem like as a big jump.
I totally fight that till the day I die.
Really? Because I do not
buy all right stuff for the new stuff,
dude. The jump from like the end of Gatewatch, like with the Zendikar, to like Innistrad. Innistrad was not as powerful as the set before.
You can't pretend that Gatewatch wasn't obscenely powerful compared to the even the.
What with the new Eldrazi stuff?
Even without the new Eldrazi stuff, because I mean, if anything, the new Eldrazi stuff came out and. Like, there's maybe one Titan that benefited, most were nerfed. But even without that, like...
I don't even think that was like, oh, look at the power creep. Like, it's just, they just gave Eldrazi a different mechanic to go on. Was it good? Yeah. Was it obscenely busted? No. The new Magic cards are, like, blatantly much better and
I don't know about that.
In my opinion.
Because, like, the new companion mechanic or whatever it's called, it's like there's like arguably one that's super strong, but all the others
Dude,
have
just
a
go up to the
drawback.
fucking Mothra card. It is 4 mana for a 3/4 flying that literally returns cards and gives it fucking flying. Like, what the fuck is that shit?
That's
really
awesome. Is what you should.
That's called busted.
No, yeah, you're right. A little bit. I won't deny that. But fuck if I don't want to incorporate it into my zombie deck where it's like I'm
We're here.
sacrificing
The fucking
things anyway.
the
Now they can
fucking
fly.
ooze. This ooze, it's 4 mana for a 4/5 that I don't know, this new companion mechanic, whatever. But just like, it's a battlefield, choose a card type. All those chosen types cost 1 less. Like, are you fucking kidding me? For 4 mana, it's a 4/5. That's already good to begin with. And then this bullshit ability.
Doesn't Metallic Mimic make things go down and it gets countered, so it could arguably be more powerful?
I don't know. Metallic Mimic.
Everything could literally be countered. That's not.
No, not countered as in the spell get counters, so it could be more powerful.
Uh-huh.
And this is a legendary creature, so you can only have one, where you can have multiple Metallic Mimics out that make things cost less.
Metallic Mimic is 2 mana for a 2/1 that, yes, gives counters when creatures come in of this type chosen. Right there, 2 mana for a 2/1 is not like beating the curve, it's meeting the curve.
Correct.
Like, this ooze beats the curve.
I would say that's a little bit behind the curve because it should be a 2/2, but that power that it has is
2 mana
worth
for a 2/1 is kind of
more
normal.
than 1 mana, so I agree with you.
Like, making things cost 1 less isn't the thing that's busted about it. You could argue that it's 4 mana for a 4/5. That's also.
I'm not arguing that the ability in itself is busted. I'm arguing that the ability combined with the power toughness, combined with the cost, it is so above the curve.
Drunk piss ass be Brandon back. What the hell happened?
I don't know. Maybe he's getting eaten by a bear.
Hey, all right, Artifact 2 is a thing.
Hell yeah, it is.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Gabe Newell did an interview recently. This is actually on my list, where he came out and he was like, "Yeah, internally we are currently working on rebooting Artifact because it was a failure the first time around."
The Dota card game Artifact.
Yes, like the Dota. Listen, I have the exact quote right here. He said, and I quote, "Artifact was an interesting failure in its first go around. We were surprised. We thought it was a really strong product." Quote Gabe Newell. "We ran an experiment, we got a negative result, and now we need to see if we've learned anything from that. So let's try again." And that's what the Artifact team have been doing, and that's what they're getting ready to release. Based on the reaction to it, what was wrong with the product? How did we get there? Let's fix those things and take another run at it.
Look, I've never played
That's
Artifact.
that's fine.
So
I'm
I
okay
can't really
with
say
that. I
that
mean, why not?
much. But yeah.
I mean,
it'd be.
they got their criticism. They'll try again, and if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. Whatever.
I have faith that they're gonna. Apparently, what they've been like, I don't know if I don't think they said this. I think it's just rumor going on, like regarding what they're doing behind closed doors, is that they are going to remove microtransactions completely and make it so that cards are only available through playing the game, which was like a really big complaint that people had. Was that you could buy like packs and shit and buy stuff like singles from the market and shit.
Really, I'm surprised because most of those games are kind of pay to win.
Yeah, the problem with Artifact is that you bought it to play it.
Touche.
Unlike Hearthstone and shit, so people went nuts when they were like, "Oh, so you're also telling me I can buy singles from the fucking community market, and I can buy packs in game and shit like that." And the other thing they're apparently experimenting with behind closed doors is figuring out a way for you to be able to see like all 3 boards of play at the same time. Which was the thing with anybody, if anybody here is aware of how Artifact was played, but it was like you were basically playing 3 separate card games in one card game, and it was supposed to model like the lanes of a Dota match. But the problem was you could only really be looking at one at any given point in time. So they're experimenting with figuring out how they can make it so you can see everything that's going on all at the same time. Which is interesting. I never like played Artifact or really gave a shit about it, but
same.
You know, if they make it good, they make it. maybe I would check it out if I don't have to shell out.
And if it's
like
not good,
$1.
I mean, they just wait another year and then they, make their losses back.
The
The next bit of news I have is God of War is no
God of War?
longer having the PlayStation exclusive on the Sony website.
PC version incoming, dude.
Hell yeah, that's
It's
the rumor.
coming, dude.
It's a smart move.
Yes.
But we've known that they were gonna do this. People didn't want to believe, but Horizon was the start, and the fucking Last of Us 2 job listing. It was all the start. God of War's coming. It's coming to PC, baby.
Why the
Bloodborne
fuck do
when?
people? Why the fuck do people still buy consoles?
Bloodborne when? Bloodborne when? Sony, Bloodborne when?
I would love. Okay, so we've had this discussion before, but never on a podcast. I wish I could selectively induce amnesia upon me, so that
I think we did talk about this.
so that
Didn't
I
we
could
talk about
forget. Doesn't matter. We're talking about it again. That I could forget Bloodborne to experience it for the first time again. Because holy shit, that twist is a hell of a thing.
Bloodborne on PC, baby. It's coming. I'm calling. It's coming.
Okay, next bit of news, because that's really not much that we could talk about. I mean, it's like something loses exclusive, it's probably going to become on PC.
It's coming, baby.
Is fucking Ultimate, whatever the new one is. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up the fuck up.
Have you guys heard about
Shut
it?
up the fuck up. No.
What have you heard? Okay, so
What, the new Animal Crossing fight?
not Animal Crossing, an even more obscure
sorry.
franchise.
Yeah, what?
ARMS.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Confirmed the next character is from fucking ARMS, which I don't know how many people played it, but I'm sure people did. Just because it was exclusive.
I heard an interesting theory about this, which would be kind of cool because everyone's been like,
the most
which one's it
interesting
gonna
thing
be?
about it is the theories, in my opinion. But you
well,
continue.
I like the theory that people are like, what if it's not a single character from ARMS? What if it's like all of them as one character? Because they all fight basically the same way, you know? Like they've got the arms.
So here's the thing that I heard that it was interesting. Because if you're going to pick a character from ARMS, which is confirmed, who do you pick? So, the kind of...
The one with the giant ass. Twinbella or whatever.
No. The poster boy is the guy, the ARMS guy, which I can't remember what his name is.
His name is Arms Man.
Sure.
Armsman.
And the alternative take from that is that voted poll, who's your favorite ARMS character, is the Chinese character who I think is Ming Ming, I want to say. And here's the problem with both of those is the ARMS guy is an assist trophy existing, and Ming Ming is a spirit existing.
Uh-oh.
So that was the hard rule that kind of people came up with, where it's like, no, you can't be a spirit, you can't be an assist trophy, but if it is one or both of those people,
the thick booty,
that rule is fucking gone. And what does that mean from
Gray Fox when?
Hell
Wally.
yeah.
Waluigi.
Waluigi.
Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight, fuck yeah. It's like the pressure is on because all rules no longer exist.
Allow me to show you your next Smash character real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't put.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
Don't act
That's
like I
her.
wouldn't.
That's the waifu incoming. that thick booty right there. That's the next Smash character.
Don't act.
Thick.
But anyway, so like it's very interesting because the amount of characters that are currently fucking spirits or assist trophies that can now become characters for the next pass.
Great Fox.
Holy shit. Yeah, it's a game changer.
Gray Fox win. Let's go, dude.
That said, I don't think Gray Fox has a fucking ass like that. So
No, he does not, which is why you're looking at your next Smash character right here. Thick cheek Cell. I'll tell you what.
okay.
Big cheeks.
Remakes. Bravely Default 2 was announced, as well as a Panzer Dragoon remake on the Switch.
Whoa.
It's a remake or is it a continuation?
No, it's a remake.
Oh, not interested. That game's already
Wow.
Wow. Hot takes from Robbie right here, dude.
I have played both Bravely Defaults.
Okay. He's talking
They
about
were-
I thought
Bravely
you were talking
Default. He's not talking
Dragoon.
about Panzer Dragoon, which hasn't had an entry in fucking years. Is it weird because we've grown up on like fucking rail shooters and those just don't exist anymore?
What was that? What was that really shitty game that they made for the Kinect? Remember, it was basically like Panzer Dragoon, but it wasn't Panzer Dragoon, and it was like I don't know if it was supposed to. Who owns
Motherfucker.
the rights to Panzer Dragoon?
I don't know.
Who even makes that shit?
Those guys. Hang on, let me Google
I'm
it.
googling it real quick, so I'm not talking on my ass. Oh, it's Sega. Yeah, that's right. I'm an asshole. But there was a game that I don't think it was Sega developed. I could be wrong though. But there was like a really trash Panzer Dragoon style game that came out for
What,
Kinect.
Bullet Witch?
No.
Because that
It was
was
something
really
else.
shitty and it came out for the Xbox.
It was something else. Crimson Dragon. That's what it was called.
Hmm.
It was poop.
Poop.
I like
That's
Panzer
the moral of the
Dragoon.
story.
I was a fan of it.
Speaking of Dragoons, they should remake Legend of Dragoon.
I was about to
Oh
say it. I
my
knew you were
God.
gonna say
Really?
it. God,
Really?
I knew you were gonna fucking say it, dude. Yes. They
You
should
know
make
how
that
much
game.
fucking money I would pay to play as Dart and fucking Lambert? Like,
God, that
fucking
game is so
holy
fucking good.
shit.
I looked up the prices like on old PlayStation 1 Legend of Dragoon, so like $120.
Oh my god,
I'm
really?
not
Something like
surprised.
that, yeah.
I'm not
Holy
surprised.
fuck.
I remember playing fucking emulated versions of that on a friend's hacked PSP, and I was so happy.
Yeah, that game was
Play
great.
that shit. Oh my god.
It's really unfortunate that that game.
Lavitz motherfucking Amber was the fucking king of shit. Oh my god. I love that boy.
It's really unfortunate that going forward, like nobody really remembered it. Like it's from that era, like Final Fantasy fucking took off, but like no one gives a fuck about Legend. So that series died after the first game,
Sure did.
which is unfortunate because that game is fucking amazing.
That and fucking Shadow Hearts were like the RPGs that I was like, this is the future. Where it's not like no, you listen to me. Where it's not like you pressed a button and then the attack happened. It's that you had to keep being engaged and time
yeah.
it and shit.
To do the combos and shit.
Fuck, I would either of those games. I would fucking love to just get more of. Fucking the Man Festival was the funniest thing in the fucking world.
God, I want to
And-
figure out. I want to like emulate fucking Legend of Dragoon now and play
I
it.
do too. The fucking bastard that like killed people ends up joining your party, and it's like, fuck.
Well, spoilers for the Legend of Dragoon. Wow.
You know, I would say it's not spoilers
Wow.
because it's so old, but I'm pretty sure absolutely no one played Legend of Dragoon, so
Wow.
you're not wrong.
Yeah, but the joke is that nobody is gonna play it.
Shush your face.
So the spoilers don't matter. The game's fucking great though.
Shut your face.
Okay.
God, I really want to get an emulator now. and
So
see if
I
can
talked
fucking run.
I talked about it before this talk, but like we should probably talk about fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake and how
Should we though? Okay. I don't know what you know about it,
BRB.
but I don't want to know a lot because I intend to play it at some point.
look, I don't want to know
So I
about
would
it
like
either.
to not know anything.
I wanted to play that game. I wanted to love that game because I love fucking Final Fantasy VII.
And apparently it's
Like,
good. The reviews are
religiously.
good.
Okay, so the game is good, but apparently those who are
Don't spoils me, dog.
I'm not
don't
gonna
spoil.
spoil. I ain't gonna do that shit.
Don't you fucking spoils me, dog.
I ain't fucking gonna do you like that.
Don't do me like that.
Supposedly the last hour is insanity because Nomura, for fucking some reason, was like, what if there were alternate timelines? And there's time janitors that that prevent things from being spoiled, and like, I don't know. Look, I
Talking about
will
the ghosts.
say,
You're talking about the weird ghosts. Is that what you're talking about?
yes.
Talking about the weird ghosts. All right.
I will
That
say,
spoils me, dog.
I will say, I've never played the game.
That spoils me.
I mean, I've played Final Fantasy VII. I've never played the remake. So
That
I
spoils me,
cannot
dog.
say how it impacts the story, but the little bit I've seen is cause for concern. It is. I feel like Resident Evil 7. By Resident Evil 7, I mean Final Fantasy 7. Shut the fuck up.
That's like, wait, what?
Shush your mouth.
Very
It'll
different.
be well received and it will
It's
sell like
oh fuck.
hotcase. But I'm concerned for part 2. I'm
It's Jack Baker
concerned
with a
for
Buster
part 3.
sword.
Yeah.
Welcome to the family, son.
Welcome to the family, son. Like, I don't know. From a design standpoint, I don't understand that. I don't understand.
No, it feels like okay.
was
So
like-
once again, hold on. I don't know shit. I can't. I physically can't spoil anything because I don't know anything. All I know is the fucking maymays that you've told me about, and like
Right.
the very mild shit that I know about the ghost bullshit. It seems like FF7 Remake was the kind of thing where all you had to do was just remake it.
Yes.
Right. It's all you had to do, right? It's free money. It's kind of like it's kind of like when we were talking. I mean, it's a completely different thing, but it's kind of like how it's kind of like what we were talking about, like back we were talking about like Warcraft 3 Reforged and shit. Obviously, a very different situation, but it's like just make the game.
I don't
right?
know if it's that different.
Like, just make the
because,
game.
Yeah, because that is the
You know what I mean?
end result, which is just make the game again.
FF7 Remake is just make the game, but just do it in this new art style, this modern technology, but just all the same story, right? Maybe some dialogue
Right.
changes, but same story, the same cutscenes, but just done with the new graphics and all
Artifical,
that shit.
buried
That's all you
retard.
got to do. A retard, exactly. Don't have that, but you have everything else, and it just looks pretty, and you just remake the game. It's all you got to do, and then you rake in a fucking fuckload of money, right? I'm making hand gestures, but nobody can see it. You rake in a fuckload of money, just a absolute shitload, and then you're good. Like, why do you have to fuck with the plot, with the weird, the meme ghosts and shit?
Because the motherfucker wrote Kingdom Hearts, and that entire series is nothing but like retcons.
Is he implying? Hold on. Okay. Hold on.
I'm
Hold on.
already fucking laughing. I don't even know.
Top
what you're
tier
gonna
theory
say.
here. All right. I'm bent
Right.
over. I'm doubled over in my chair right now. You also can't see that. Top tier theory, right? Okay. Do you think that what he's doing, right, is he's implying that both games exist simultaneously?
Don't
Do you see what I'm
fucking
saying?
talk
Because
to
if
me
it's
about that
because if it's a
bullshit.
because if
Take it
it's a
back.
multiverse,
Take it the fuck
if it's
back.
a multiverse theory, right, then both games are canon.
I
In
don't
their
want
own
Mickey
respective
Mouse
universes.
fucking-
Do you see what I'm saying? No. I'm not talking about Kingdom Hearts. I'm talking about FF7 Original and FF7 Remake. They're both happening.
No, they've already done that, dude.
Do you see what I'm saying? Dude, they're both happening
Okay.
in two different
So
planes
spoil
of
it a
existence.
little bit for all
No, don't
you
spoil
guys.
me. Don't spoil me.
I'm fucking doing it. You can't.
Anthony,
stop
no. Don't spoil me.
Are you aware of Final Fantasy
Don't spoil me.
Chronicles, where fucking Zack? It's an entire game about fucking Zack.
All right, don't spoil me.
Okay.
Wait, are you talking about the spoilers?
I'm fucking talking about the spoilers. So Zack is a character. I don't know how you guys have maybe worshipped Final Fantasy VII, maybe never played Final Fantasy VII. Zack is a very important character. Extremely important. Where he's Cloud's best friend to the point where Cloud deludes himself into being him for the first half of the game until he's like, oh shit, yeah, that wasn't me. So the remake has a scene where in the past of Final Fantasy VII, Zack is fucking dead. He's dead in even fucking Crisis Core, which was like, hey, let's take Final Fantasy VII and just shit all over it. In Crisis Core, he is fucking dead.
No fucking way.
In Final Fantasy VII Remake, he's alive. And that changes fucking everything.
What the fuck is going on, dude?
Oh, it's like, it is in, like, it's from what I hear. Like, I'm not going to shit on anyone who likes Final Fantasy VII Remake, because from what I hear is up until, like, the last hour, it is legit, it is fun, people like it. And from when it comes to an RPG, which is big and like 40 fucking hours, 1 hour being bad, overall, fine package, sure, fine, whatever. But the things they do within that last hour, holy shit, are things nuts. And one of the things is where it's like, Zack gives his life to protect Cloud. And in this game, no.
What?
Oh, it's insane. It's nuts. I can't wait for fucking Final Fantasy Remake number 2 where fucking where the fucking Gats shows up and he's fucking reading poetry and stuff. I don't want to talk about it. I'm never going to buy the game, okay?
Mhm.
How dare you?
No, fuck you. That's not. That's a remake and literal definition of the term where it's like, oh, we could change things. That's not what anyone wanted. Everyone wanted just fucking Final Fantasy VII with better graphics, maybe a new combat system. Some people didn't even want that. Some people, as soon as they were like, oh, it's a real time fucking thing, they checked out then. And I feel like those people are too far, where it's like, whoa, hold on. There could be merit here. You could enjoy the new combat system and things like that.
Mm.
But then you get to a point where I can't even describe it, man. But it
Holy
hurts my
fuck, that sounds
soul.
insane.
And that's
How long are these fucking spoilers?
that's the reality that I gotta live
We
with.
just finished up.
Are they still okay? Good.
We're
Wow,
done.
I came in at the exact right time.
Where'd you go?
These
Damn,
fucking-
Yeah, it's
nowhere.
like
I
you were
literally
listening
backed
somehow.
out and clicked. What?
It's like you were listening somehow.
Oh yeah, I
Alright.
hacked it.
All right. Here's the next thing. Here's the next bit of room. Epic announces partnerships with Gen Design, Remedy, and Playdead Studios.
Interesting.
Remedy took a second to announce that there were 2 games in the same universe.
Fortnite
As-
spin-offs.
Shut your mouth. As the same universe as I can't remember the name. I'm too
Fortnite.
drunk. Shut your mouth. What was the game with the light
Control?
bulbs?
What?
Yeah, where there was evil shadow beings and you used light to
Oh,
control them?
Alan Wake.
2 games, Alan Wake continuity.
No way.
Confirmed.
That's dope.
Hell yeah, Alan Wake was awesome, man.
All of it is Epic exclusive.
That's unfortunate, but that's still dope. That's very exciting. I hope it's spooky.
I hope so too.
I hope whatever they're making is spooky.
I just fucking like Remedy, dude. Everything they do.
Yeah, Remedy's always been weird. They make like interesting shooters, like creative shooters,
Yeah.
and I appreciate that. They've always done weird shit, but like good shit. Not weird in a bad way. Good in like a weird in a good creative kind of artsy way. Like
Yes.
Max Payne or fucking Control or whatever.
Max Payne was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. It's hard to
Yeah.
quantify how good it was. Within the like
Yeah.
even Max Payne 3 where he's just feeling the repercussions, it doesn't matter.
That wasn't even. I wasn't Max Payne not even Remedy? Wasn't it Rockstar?
Was it?
I don't think Remedy developed Max Payne 3. I think it was.
I'd Google
it was just
but
Rockstar.
it's hard to type at this point. I'm very.
It was just Rockstar, but it was still good. Like Rockstar didn't do poorly with it. But that definitely, Max Payne 1 and 2 are some of my favorite games from my fucking childhood.
Oh fuck.
Probably
sure
not
was.
games I should have been playing as a kid, but yeah.
Did you ever watch the movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
I thought it was okay. I thought the what's that?
That was Mark Wahlberg, right? In that movie?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I liked it.
It wasn't bad.
I fucking blew my mind. I was in a theater studies course in college, and so people are showing all sorts of movies, and most of them are mad gay. And I'm sorry to say, mad gay. Look, I grew up in the 90s.
Don't hinge on it. Just go.
It happens. Anyway, and especially with Yui Bowl just ruining game movies, and someone in that theater studies course was like, look how cool the Max Payne movie was, and showed a scene and described it within it, and I was like, that's a damn good movie.
It's not bad. It's one of the better air quotes video game movies that I think have been made.
Yeah. Even fucking comic book movies, like everyone talks about Avengers, but then like fucking try to sit through any of the fucking Punisher movies and you will want to kill yourself.
The first one's alright.
The first one's alright.
It's not the worst. It's not a good movie either, but it's not trash.
Fair.
I really like that
series though. Was good. I don't know if
say,
but
oh, dude, I love the series.
I haven't seen the series, but I've heard that it's good, and I want to see it.
It's just that guy from fucking the zombie
Ghost Recon
shows. Yeah, and Ghost Recon. It's just him yelling. That's the entire series, but it's very entertaining.
I want to watch it, but I told myself I had to finish Daredevil first because I got to watch shit in fucking canon order.
Daredevil is good. I love Daredevil. Fuck.
I made it like halfway.
Disney.
I watched Jessica Jones, which was very
off topic, and I just want to say it.
No, it's on topic. Fuck it. Fuck
you,
Disney for killing the Netflix Marvel shows because
they were all so good.
The first season of Jessica Jones is fucking awesome. I watched like half of the first season of Daredevil before I still got to go back and finish it. But those shows are sick.
Yep.
And they're fucking dead. They're dead in the ground. Because Disney kills everything.
Because they need the money. Alright, anyway, sorry. Let's try to
I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking about.
It doesn't matter. Nier is getting remade. But very specifically.
Not remade, though.
Yes, remade.
Re-release. No, it's an HD remaster.
Okay,
I would say remix.
Okay, so here's the problem. So me and Brandon are big fans of Nier. We're big fans of Dragon Guard. You can go.
Hold on. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I'm a big fan of Automata. I think Automata is really cool.
You don't like Dragon Guard?
I don't. What do you mean like? Like the gameplay? Because the game's a mess.
You know what? Fair.
The game's a fucking mess. The story's insane. And I only know a little bit about it, but what I do know about it,
fucking
sure.
Pedophiles fighting God? Yeah. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. That's important. All right.
So okay. You have to use every shred of willpower you have to not make that the name of the podcast.
What, pedophiles versus God? That's gonna be a lot of willpower because that's strong.
Don't do.
Okay. Anyway, Nier. So, if you're not a fan of Nier, it's hard to describe this point, but there are two versions of Nier out there. Because Japan is all weird and down with incest that we're not. So their version of Nier is the entire crux of the story is a brother fighting for his sister. Whereas Nier, what is it called?
Gestalt. I don't remember which one is the American one.
Right.
American, Western. I don't know why I
Right.
said American. Western made version.
So the Nier is not a brother, but a father, because that's mildly less creepy for a father to go to lengths for his daughter as opposed to a brother going at lengths for a sister. We're not Japan. We don't fuck our siblings here. So it's hard.
I don't know if that's the reason for the change.
No, it's not. I'm just
you're,
joking.
you're going to, yeah, I was gonna say you're going to some length.
Anyway, so Nier had 2 releases where there was the Japan release and then there was the European release. And I will say European because I'm pretty sure it was released in Europe as well as North America, where the main character of Nier was the dad, not the brother. And they both have completely different designs. For some reason, the dad's wearing kind of like a panty eye patch. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. And so, Nier Replicant, which is the Japan version, that's the only one currently being remade.
Yeah, that's the one that they're doing.
Which is the one with the brother.
Once again, remaster, not so much a remake.
Yes. We're not talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake anymore.
No.
And you know what? Even though it's a brother, I highly recommend playing it. Fucking Yoko Taro is such a cool dude and has
a bit of a weirdo. But...
Boy, has he. Did you ever see the interview of him where he's sitting in a bathtub looking at a picture of 2B?
Yeah.
What a magnificent human being. What a pinnacle of man evolution.
He's a guy.
He's a
guy doing things.
He's a guy doing things. And so there's a remake in production, but it is only Replicant, which is the version with the brother, not the father, and it's going to be released internationally. And I feel bad for anyone who only played Nier, where they got to experience good gameplay thanks to the fine folks at Platinum.
Automata.
And now they will play just Yoko Taro's version of gameplay. Not as good game. Oh boy, is it bad?
It's not great.
It's not great.
But people will buy it.
They should. Yoko Taro should have all the money in the world. That boy deserves it.
He should, if only because he can throw that money at Platinum to make a third game.
Hell yeah.
That's the only reason people should give that man more money. Make another one.
Okay.
Do it.
Next story beat that I have is fucking AMD. So, do you guys know about what happened to AMD?
No.
Okay. So to put it into perspective, AMD is one of.
Oh wait, can I do it? Can I do a check real quick? Are the Freers alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. There was no response. I was like, are they here?
We murdered each other.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just checking.
Anyway, so AMD is one of the 2.
I'm reading D&D books.
Also, edit that out. I just said their last names. Beep that.
What we've said Freer before. It's fine.
Trying to get me killed, Anthony.
I mean, whatever, right?
Corona's in your house, so I mean.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about getting killed. You're gonna die.
Beep his last name.
Sure. So anyway, AMD, which is the probably number 2 graphics card, recently probably number 1 CPU developer, recently got hacked, and I can't understate how big a deal that was. So some people are talking about, oh, it's no big deal. It's just the machine code. It's nothing important. They just got some drivers. That's not what happened. People hacked AMD and got the machine code down to like how the parts communicate for each other. And that's a big fucking deal. Not unrelated, but they recently started to shift their development in with China, and China has a bad habit of
China.
working with whatever their developers are and then just making Chinese copies of it that are legally distinct. So, long story short, holy shit, AMD is in trouble because currently they're the flagship figureheads of the next consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, as well as the Xbox Series S, which is less powerful. And they just have that shit. Not that I know it's China, but I know it's China deep within my soul. I'm sorry. Here's the next news point.
Maybe we should wrap it up. It
Shut-
is 10.
We've been going for like 3 hours.
Shush. I will
This is a Joe
edit it.
Rogan podcast now.
I will edit it. Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about the
So-
editing.
I'm worried about my fucking brain.
I'm
Wow, okay.
melting.
Okay, fuck you guys.
It's not a fuck you got.
No,
not
it
a-
is. It is to
Well,
me.
I had other shit I could talk about, but we are going.
You're gonna
extremely long.
talk about it, motherfucker. We're gonna
I
talk
don't
about
know.
all
Do you
of
want?
it.
What do you want to do? You want to do one more story and then stop?
I'm gonna talk about one more story, and then you guys are gonna pick up, and we're gonna do a 5-hour podcast. And
Yeah. Like, listen, dude, I got like 2 more hours before I gotta be in bed. I wanted to do things.
I want to talk. I just want to talk about Valorant. That's the only thing I want to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
all I want to talk about is give me a second to get the fucking news up because I can't remember. Even though I just
So
fucking-
All I want to talk about is something. I got
I
something.
can't fucking remember what I want.
It's very important. Shut up. Okay.
It's so important.
So
I don't know what it
there
is.
this MMO called JX3, and I'm gonna assume
What the fuck is this?
I'm gonna assume that there's an abbreviation for JX3, so like Japan Jiao 3, and that's what it's called now, independent of what it's actually called. So JX3 is a very popular Asian MMO, and we have not played it.
Correct. I have not played it.
It is a China original, and it may surprise you that China is getting a lot of criticism thanks to the fact that they're a terrible dystopia,
fuck
let
am I looking
alone
I just
let alone-
googled this game they were talking about, and I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, dude.
It's an MMO, so you're not gonna know what you're looking at regardless. But independent of China being a dystopian society, they also
Is-
produce games.
Is this just Chinese Black Desert?
This
Is
is
that what this is?
Chinese Black Desert,
Okay.
and they made a power move. They made a very strong move in
Yeah.
where a lot of their players were like talking about coronavirus because believe it or not,
Oh, you told me about that.
believe it or not, that might be a big deal to some people. And a lot of those people who were detracting from the video game, I'll say, were Taiwanese. So, China, owners of this video game, this MMORPG called JX3, at least abbreviated, they banned everyone from Taiwan from this game because they kept calling it the Wuhan virus, and that's not allowed.
Oh my god.
So no one from Taiwan plays this game anymore because
Yeah, that's a power play.
trying to just ban them.
That's a lot of money that they're sacrificing as well.
It's gonna happen to everyone soon. No one's gonna be able to play this game.
Nope.
Bro, this game, I'm on the game's website right now. It's just full of asses. It's just Chinese BDO, dude.
That's good.
It's nothing but waifus.
I'm also googling it with my dick out.
Well, I was neither gonna confirm nor deny. My dick was out. That was
Oh,
good. I was
holy
gonna
shit.
leave that out.
They have a bear race just like it's fucking Terror Online.
Yeah, no one's playing that. They're all playing Chinese waifus with that butt sticking out.
Who wouldn't?
That's what I would play.
Who wouldn't? Besides me, I understand that I'm a deviant, that I play human in games like this. Normal people play the hot girls. I'm just not them.
All right, everyone from Taiwan. What's next? What's next up?
That was it for my news. It's up to you.
That's it. That's it. You're done.
Oh, one
over?
more thing. Confirmed today, a couple of hours ago. Resident Evil 4 remake.
What?
Really?
Yep.
Called it.
Hold on.
I cannot
Immediately
believe
googling. Immediately googling because I don't believe. It's
There's no
it's
reason to remake that.
it's a rumor.
Welcome to
it's
the
not. This
Camel
isn't
Cast, where
confirmed.
my friends don't fucking believe me.
Well, what did you say? Did you say that it's confirmed?
Yep.
Apparently, it's not. It's just a rumor. Development is reportedly to be led by former Platinum Games head Tatsuya Minami. It's a rumor. PC Gamer's saying it's a rumor. I'd be shocked if that's real. Why are you
To
going to
me-
remake that?
Yeah, honestly, I'll be honest. As much as I like Resident Evil 4, as far as remakes go, like there's already been an HD re-release. These remakes, like Resident Evil 3 came out, some people like it, some people don't. Don't remake it. Just fucking release it again.
But the game
you've
is like-
already done that, so just don't.
RE2 and RE3 got remade for a reason. Like
They're
old.
mad old.
They're good, but they're old. And so when
Right.
you bring them up to modern standards, you can do some really awesome shit with it. Like RE2
Correct.
Remake's a fucking masterpiece, in my opinion. That game's incredible. It really like sticks to its source material and brings the game up to like modern standards and shit. Why remake RE4 when the game still holds up? I can turn RE4 on right now, and I can have like a lot of fun with it
Yep.
on Steam right now. It fucking holds up. There's an HD version of it that Capcom put out on Steam. You can buy it and play it right fucking now. I own it. It works like 1080p, high frame rate, like HD textures. The game is great. So why remake it from the ground up? I have trouble believing that this rumor is real.
Yeah, same. Now, Dino Crisis. That's the
Dino
direction
Crisis
I'm
should
going.
happen. Dino Crisis should absolutely happen
Fuck
because
Dino
that's a game that needs a
Crisis,
fucking.
you know?
No, no, fuck you.
Okay.
Hold
But,
on, what were you
like-
gonna say? Why are you saying fuck Dino Crisis?
No, I'm saying fuck Dino Crisis not because I dislike Dino Crisis. I like Dino Crisis, but there are so many Capcom hits that they could remake. And Dino Crisis is like an territory for me when you have things like Onimusha.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I think they're
only-
gonna remake what they know is gonna sell.
And the only thing I don't like about Onimusha is that the ninja chick died between 1 and 2. And they could fix
Oh
that.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep. She
I
got
completely forgot about
she got
that.
killed
She's fun
by
to
the
play
guy.
too. When you control her briefly in the first game, she
Oh,
is fun.
yeah.
Even though she's kind of like an underpowered version of fucking Simonosuke, she's fun to play.
Samanosuke.
She has her own interesting little mechanics. Anyway, strange rumor. I don't necessarily believe it, but if it's true, I hope they don't just fuck the game up
So this is
because it doesn't feel like a game.
This is off Digital Trends. Capcom reportedly moving forward with Resident Evil 4 remake for 2022 launch.
I don't know. I mean, I've got a 7 hours ago article from PC Gamer just calling it a rumor.
Oh, I won't pretend it's not a rumor. I mean, even with games and developments, like you could say that, but it doesn't mean anything will come out of it, and which really blurs the line between rumor and reality, where it's like Yeah, I mean, people could be working on it, but it could also not go anywhere. So who the fuck cares?
At the bottom, at the bottom of the PC Gamer article, there's another article. This is a PC Gamer article as well. I guess by a different. Let me see if it's the same writer. No, it's not. But different PC Gamer writer 12 days ago. So a little bit before RE3 released, the article is called "Please Don't Remake Resident Evil 4, Capcom."
You know, I'll agree with that.
And he's not wrong. It's the same thing that I'm saying. The game is solid. There's really no reason to remake it. It's kind of pointless.
I mean,
remake something else. Where's my fucking Outbreak remake? Why are we talking about remaking RE4?
Oh my god, I would fucking.
Why aren't we remaking fucking Code Veronica? Like, you have a redesigned Claire.
Okay, there's reasons.
You have a Claire model.
There's reasons to not release Code Veronica.
No. There's reasons to release it to make it better than what it was.
Fair.
And with the current RE engine, and the fact that you have a fucking model for Claire, you just made it for RE2 remake. Make fucking Code Veronica. You've even got a model for Chris. He's in fucking RE7 DLC. Remake fucking Code Veronica, dude.
How many of you guys have watched the Resident Evil movies?
They're trash. I saw the first one.
No, yeah. I'm not speaking about specifically the UE Bowl ones, but even the Capcom produced ones like Damnation.
They're not UE Bowl movies. Isn't the first one Wes Anderson? Aren't they all Wes Anderson?
Look, they're all bad.
Yes, regardless of who's making them, but I'm just saying.
Damnation is so amazing though because of how bad it is. It like transcends.
Is that the one where they kung fu fight Nemesis? Where Alice kung fu fights Nemesis and she fucking
that's
gets
not that
kung
one.
Fu? Kung fu Nemesis.
I'm talking about the one
no
where
one can see it. I'm kicking in my chair.
There's like a kung fu fight with pistols. And then there's a rail gun that destroys half the city. And then there's like the worst thing to ever introduce into any Resident Evil.
Wait, it's not Wes Anderson. It's Paul W.S. Anderson. I'm sorry. That's the guy that's married to fucking Mila Jovovich.
There's a point in the fucking movie where they cure the zombieism.
Wow.
And they like dribble it like rain upon the citizens of New York or wherever that happens. So it's like
raccoon.
You were a zombie. You ate your family. Like that's happened. That's in the past. And then you get turned back into a human. And you have to live with that.
This is fine. The movies are bad. They're not real.
Yeah, but
they can't hurt us anymore.
They're bad.
Right? Alice doesn't exist. What if in Resident Evil 8 you play as Alice?
Shut your mouth.
And you kung fu fight Nemesis 2.0.
Shut your mouth.
It happened.
That's all I say. And that was all the news I managed to accrue. I don't know if you.
Cool. We want to talk about Valorant real quick. Let's just talk about Valorant.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about Valorant real fast? Anybody here interested in Valorant? Let's talk about Valorant.
Do it. Let's talk it.
Valorant's cool. So they fucking closed beta happened. People are playing it. I've been watching videos of like Seagull and Shroud and shit playing it. Very fucking interesting. And we've already talked about this kind of on the last podcast. I think how I said that like the abilities seem a little fucking wonky, and like some of them seem a little fucking unbalanced in my opinion. Even though they've said that that's not supposed to be the point of the game. It's more about shooting people. From the closed beta, a few interesting takeaways. Unlike in a kind of sticking to its Counter-Strike-ish style, I believe that the way the game works is you pick a hero or an agent, I believe they're called, and then your basic abilities you purchase like you would buy anything else in a match of Counter-Strike. So you buy charges of your basic abilities. So like Jet, I don't remember which agent has like the equivalent of like a smoke grenade in Counter-Strike, but it's like you buy charges of that. So functionally, it's kind of identical to buying like a smoke in Counter-Strike. It's just that you're the only one who has access to it because it's your agent that has it.
Oh.
And shit like that is cool, right? But then you have other shit that seems hilariously fucking OP. Like there's this chick called Raze, right? So imagine you're playing a match of Counter-Strike, right? And now Matt, I know that we've played a lot of Counter-Strike, right? So imagine you're playing a match of Counter-Strike, and now imagine that you've accrued a lot of money, right? and you have available to you an ultimate ability which you can purchase and now use in the upcoming round, right? So you do that, and your ult is that you pull out a fucking rocket launcher, which you can one-shot people.
What?
Raze is fucking gross. She's literally Junkrat as well, because one of her basic abilities is she puts down a mine, and when she or it's like a C4 pack, and when she blows it up, not only does it damage people, but it jumps her. Like she gets blowback from hurt her, so she can jump with it like fucking Junkrat. So now imagine you're playing Counter-Strike, right? And imagine you're CT, right? And you're defending a bomb point. You're like, yeah, dude, we're all fucking, there's 3 of us on A. This is going to be tight, dude. We're going to stop the fucking T push, man. It's going to be great. Match point, dude. Everything's going to be fine. We got him by the balls. And then all of a sudden, from over a box, like long on dust, a dude just jumps, rockets into the air from a C4 pack that he threw at his feet, hits X, pulls out a rocket launcher, and one-shots 2 people that are camping the point on your team, and you lose because he got 2 free kills from a fucking rocket launcher. It's like an AWP that you don't have to aim.
Right.
Yeah, you can just kind of shoot it in the direction.
Yeah.
And you can launch yourself above them.
It's legitimately fucking busted, and it's the one. It's like the one hero that everyone's bitching about at the moment because it's so fucking unbound.
Look, I'm not the biggest competitive first-person shooter guy in the world, but don't limit the fucking RPG to one character, because that's gonna
it's her ult, dude.
That's gonna fuck over balance super hard.
It's her ult. On top of that, she has access to another one of her basic abilities is just grenades. They're just frags basically, but they have like one of the shortest fuses I've ever seen in my life. And thirdly, like a little drone that she can put out that she like puts it at her feet, and then it just like walks. And if it comes into contact with someone, I think it explodes and like fucking destroys them. I'm not sure if it instant kills people or not, but that's what it does. So you can like, if you know someone's about to peek you at an angle, you can just like put the fucking drone down, and it's gonna like slow crawl to them. And then when they peek, they're just gonna eat like a fucking IED.
Wow.
And instantly die. It's gross. She's fucking busted. And it doesn't really compare to the agents that are like, oh, I have a fucking smoke grenade and a little dash, or like a little hop up, or like I get throwing knives and shit like that. Like the game is like, it looks cool and I'm kind of interested in it, but it's showing some like cracks of balance issues that it was supposedly not going to have, that are very like reminiscent of Overwatch style balance problems.
Right.
Where some heroes have abilities that are just clearly fucked up, and like this Raze chick is like number 1, the most fucked up hero in the game. And it's just weird to have a game that's like, because every time I see something from Valorant, right, I compare it to Counter-Strike.
Yeah, of course.
And this game is a much more like complicated version of CS, but it's like if I take a version of, if I take one of these abilities and I just go, what if Raze just existed in a Counter-Strike match? It's grossly fucked up. Because like the idea of peeking an angle and not even having to duel a guy, but you literally just shuffle peek it, shoot a fucking rocket, it hits the wall behind him at the angle that he's holding, instantly kills him, and you just deleted one person from the team, and now it's like a fucking 4v5 instead of a 5v5. Right. Like that's gross.
Because there's no respawning or anything, right?
No, it's Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
There's I'm sorry. There's an agent whose ult I think is a resurrection, I believe. So you can get someone from your team.
Yeah, but that's one person.
Yes, and that's a fucking trading an ult for an ult at that point. Right. So it's fucked up. It's a little fucked up. Other than that, game looks cool.
Beta though.
Yeah, they'll probably. I think they're taking. They seem to be taking people's complaints into consideration. Yeah, so maybe they'll.
And it took over Twitch. You know, there's no way that the devs.
Yeah.
Haven't seen fucking complaints about it.
They're probably paying attention, I would assume, especially when like every fucking popular streamer is playing it, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's complaining about this chick and her fucking rocket launcher. Still, I'm curious to see like what state this game is in when it's out, because I am kind of interested in playing it.
Yeah, 100%. It's a cool concept.
But I don't know. Some of the ability shit looks a little fucked up, and that's basically the moral of the story. Is that the game looks cool, it looks fun. I'm still fun, But I don't know. I don't want to see the game like repeat some of the mistakes of early Overwatch, where like I don't know, like some abilities just kind of run the fucking game, and like some team comps are kicked compared to others. Just feels weird to have that
I
issue.
enjoyed early Overwatch because it didn't matter how many you had of some person. So like you just stacked up the ridiculousness, and it was fun.
Yeah, I hated that. It was fun,
Shit was
just-
funny, yeah.
but from a competitive standpoint, I hated it.
On my personal YouTube, I still have a video of like we're
Oh,
fucking
those Reinhardts.
we're like fucking 4 of us, ran as Reinhardt, and it was fucking hysterical, and that just doesn't exist anymore. You can't do that.
It exists in arcade. You can go play No Limits, I think is what it's called, and you can play as many heroes as you want on the same team.
Hmm.
But I prefer Overwatch in the state it's in right now with roll lock. I actually think roll lock improves the game drastic. It's a lot of fun with roll lock. But anyway, that's me. That's about all I got on Valorant. Are we done? Are we
anyone
wrapping
have
this
any-
fucking bitch up?
Yeah. Anyone have any other news?
I mean, I
Like I said,
got nothing. I've had nothing for the past like hour and a half.
Matt, how much video game news do you know about?
There was something. I can't fucking remember where I wanted to talk.
Perfect.
Good. Wrap
It was
it up.
something. It was something dope.
Richie's like, thank God he can't remember. Wrap it up.
Oh my god.
There was a Animal Crossing that was released.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to the Camel.
Oh my
we
god.
really appreciate you listening in.
The fucking these
Corona
two,
drunk cast.
these two are shutting it
I
down.
know we hadn't recorded in a while, and I decided that I should fucking get drunk as shit for this.
For the return cast.
Yeah, the
Yep.
return drunk cast.
Welcome back. I'm
Welcome
crunk.
back. We're alive. If I die, remember me fondly.
All right,
I
I guess
won't.
that's it. If
Oh.
Anthony doesn't die from alcohol poisoning or anything like that, I think we'll be back
No
next
no
week.
promises.
No promises on that, but I think we'll be
We
back.
definitely got a situation figured out now though, so we can record.
Yep.
We have a quarantine. We have an active quarantine and alcohol poisoning, but we're gonna try to make it through.
Robbie, I'm sorry. I forgot that the entire plan is that we play D&D after this, and I'm just very, very, very drunk. So
You fucked it. You
I know.
fucked it.
And we
Yeah.
rambled for how many hours on this fucking podcast?
Shush your mouth.
At least an hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a while. I'm gonna poop all this darkness out. I'm gonna eat some bread. I'm gonna recover, and then we're gonna have a very good.
Yeah, I mean, except for the
Fish.
fact that I need to like leave.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
What do you need to leave?
I got work tomorrow at like 8 a.m., dude.
Fuck work. I
I mean, I'll skip work, but I need $100 from you.
done. I
Oh,
I quit, and I still
I'm
have money.
unemployed. Take my money.
Yeah, you're drunk. I can't accept it in good faith.
Wait till
All right,
I'm
let's fucking
sober.
close. Let's close this cast.
yeah.
Let's go,
bye,
dude.
everyone.
Outro. Goodbye, fuckos.
Hi, fuckhead.
Yeah.
This is not the way, brother.
Welcome to the Camel Cast. We're drunk. and
It's over.
We don't fucking care. Goodbye.
It's over. We're done.